Post it on F. This is
This
my
is
D and
this
D
is going,
OF
yeah.
page.
Oh my lord. Well, we're here. You're gonna play some Daggerheart. You guys all excited?
Yeah, I'm
Yay!
so excited, dude.
Yes.
I'm really jumping up and down. I can feel my body go boing, boing,
All
boing.
right, all right. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna make some characters. We're gonna make some character backgrounds,
I'm doing it right
connections,
now.
and everything else. Before we get into character creation, I know some of you guys already made
Here.
characters. We'll probably go through all of them together. That way we can, maybe you guys want to change something now. Maybe you want to like add something. Maybe you want to take this away. Before we go into that, I wanted to explain to you guys what Daggerheart really is. Kind of go into the story that we're going to be playing, and then explain as we go through each of you guys' character sheets. I will lightly explain the rules, and after we're done making characters, I will fully explain the rules, and then we will be able to enjoy our adventure. Hopefully next week, if everyone's free next week at around the same time, we will be able to start our full game.
Gotcha. Sounds good to me.
That good with everyone?
Oh yes, sorry. Yes. I am down with it.
Awesome.
Sounds
I
good.
do I do have to remind I didn't make a character. So.
That's perfect
Yeah,
because
I haven't made
we're gonna go make some of your guys' characters right now, and it's gonna be fun. I can't wait to do this. This is gonna be amazing. I Before we make we start setting it up, I am going to paint you guys the narrative, the story that we're going to be playing. If you guys are ready to hear this story.
Let's
Uh,
begin.
yes,
do
I
it.
am here for the story.
All right. Okay. So this is all taking place in the world of Ventrix. Ventrix was a reality that was established by the Laughing God. See, many years before Ventrix ever began, there was only the void. The void was a space. That nothing existed in the void. Just increments of disposed energy existing until one day, some of the energy scarred across, making this blinding slashing sound, and beyond the void, there was just this white canvas of the world, this white emptiness, very similar to the void, yet creation and potential existed here. And when the creature tried to squeeze through and exist on that side of of existence of that plane, he couldn't fit. So the laughing creature took its head off and pushed its head through the hole, while its other body stayed behind in the void. Its head slowly laughed as it just floated through the white plane of existence, laughing, and as its laughter hit the world, hit every white piece that existed, things started happening. Stars started forming. Planets started coming to existence. The darkness and emptiness that the void used to be started leaking out into this world little by little and painting it all black. Soon, space, the cosmos, all of it was made. And the Laughing One decided that this would be the world that he creates, the world of joy, the world of fun and free will. And in order to be existing in this world, the Laughing God took the name Azek, and now and forever, Azek would be its name. As Azek began creating more life, he decided to make this planter, this ball of dirt, and kept adding to it, and adding to it, and adding to it, until it was huge and ginormous, and he could sit on there and fall victim to its immense size and just roll around in it. But Azek was bored. Azek was not fulfilled as most beings are. He needed something like him, something that would talk like him, laugh like him, just be like him. So, Azek then constructed the first versions of mortal kind. Different creatures that his mind can explode: frog creatures, cat creatures, turtle creatures, mushroom, man, ape. Regardless where his mind was going, he made all of these creatures come into being. Then he watched from a distance, but was saddened by the fact that all of these creatures did exactly what he told them to. There was no passion. There was no selfishness. There was nothing. There was just no free will. So Isaac had an idea. How could he give free will to these creatures? How could they be just like him? The laughing god thought of an idea. What if he shared a piece of him with the mortals? So the laughing god, with all his power, started crafting a new body, a lot tinier, but a body nonetheless, and started scratching it, taking pieces and chunks of flesh off him as he ran across the entirety of his planet, just laughing as the blood flew all over mortal kind and started affecting them. Mortals began thinking for themselves, began acting in their own self-interest, started acting as if everything was only about them. Selfishness had begun to root in. Ego started to root in. All these other complex emotions started sprouting in their minds. Almost like the synapses were firing out in seconds. Humanity started becoming everything that he hoped. It would be complex. It would be messy. It would be beautifully unperfect. The laughing god couldn't help but laugh until an unfamiliar sight came to be. See, for the laughing god had ripped pieces of himself off, he did not expect for those same pieces to come back. And before he knew it, there was 13 different pieces that had regrown, that had shaped themselves into different types of entities, these being the 13 gods. The laughing god was impressed. He didn't think that pieces of himself could gain sentience. He did not think that these different beings could come out of him like this. He thought all he could do was create and give life. He didn't think life could come from just something as simple as a chunk of flesh. But it did. The laughing god was astonished. He saw all of them as beautiful beings, beautiful partners to enjoy in the mortal world with. So what he did is he named all of them fun, foolish names. He named them all different things. For the rainbow dragon one, he named Agniel. For the masked god, he named him Zyalga. The dancing god, he named her Maya. For the beast god, he named him Ragda. The sun god, he named him Luxion. The moon god, he named her Noxion. The wind god, Zespia. The ice god, Marau. The tree god, Sylveia. The rotted witch, Yagra. The rancid god, Jaali. The god of hope, Raya. And the god of grace, Zarael. All of them all danced and laughed and rejoiced. And the laughing god decided to split them up into two groups. He took 6 of them and decided that these would be the lords of darkness. Their job was to make sure that humanity understood the consequences of selfishness, to understand the consequences of ego, understand the consequences that comes with having free will. While the other 7, he decided to name them the Lords of Light. These were to inspire virtue in humanity and the mortals. They were to inspire what could be achieved if you pushed back your selfishness, your ego, and all that. These were not consequences of actions, but these were virtues to achieve, to strive for. And thus, as they all had their new jobs, they came onto the earth and enjoyed mortal kind altogether. And then this age would be known as the age of prosperity. And prosperity it was. For man and God danced and laughed, got drunk together, had fun together. Some laid with each other and enjoyed the fruits of life. Until one day, one of the gods got a little too overzealous. For it was one god who decided that he wanted one of the warriors' wives as his own. He wanted to have a night with her. And the god thought it was divine right. He is a god. The mortal should be happy to lay with him, and the mortal should be thrilled that his wife would be thrown to him in such a manner. but the mortal was not. The laughing god saw this and was trying to appease both sides, so he then thought of a game. Both sides would have a competition, a fight of strength. The god heard this and thought, of course, Azek is putting this in my favor. Azek is praising me. This game is rigged from the beginning. I will get to lay with this mortal's wife. There's no way a mortal can beat a god. But as they began in combat, the god was thrown for a loop, was not aware that man could be so powerful, that a man with passion, a man with love in his heart, a man with strong constitution could rival God, nay, even best a god. And as quickly as that competition came to an end, the gods noticed something that they never had not even once thought about, that the mortals themselves could rival them. This led to an age that was always known as the Age of Corruption. This is when the gods decided they must take matters in their own hands. They must stop mankind. They must squish them like the bugs they are and remind them that they are not gods. They are mortal. They are there to serve. They are there to be worshipped. That is what gods are for. And that is what man is for. And the gods decided that they must cull humanity, for humanity was getting too powerful. Mortals were getting too powerful with magic and weapon. So the gods did something behind the laughing god's back. They decided to cull 90% of mortal kind, just as a grim reminder to mortals that to achieve godhood, to rival gods, was something that would be met with destruction. And that was the Age of Corruption. And as the laughing god saw all of this commence for years on end, something tragic happened. The laughing god laughed no more. And as he disappeared, this began an age that is lost beyond time, known as the Age of Black. No one knows what happened in the Age of Black, but it is said that there was something so calamitistic, a calamity that was so powerful, that was so destruction, that it rivaled beyond gods, it rivaled beyond mortals. And thus, gods and mortals came together again to defeat the creature, the calamity itself, and push it back. And thus brought us into a new age, the Age of Hope. And this is the age that we live in now, the age of heroes, the age of hope, the age in which men and God can work together, where gods rule kingdoms, where gods sponsor champions, where anyone can be anything. No longer is the fear of being too powerful a thing, for now it is a responsibility of the strong to serve the weak, because with great power comes great responsibility. And that is where we come in to our campaign, as you are all now in the Age of Hope. Does that kind of give you the ideas of what we're going for in this campaign?
Yes.
I dig it.
Awesome.
I really do dig it too.
Okay.
It kind of gives me like early
It does.
like Mortal Kombat like deception kind of vibes.
It kind of is. I am going to be very outright. This is very Tenshura Slime, very Mortal Kombat-esque, in which this is kind of Lord of the Rings-esque, where there is ages of like different time periods is essentially what the biggest thing is. You know how we have BC, AD, and all that other garbage?
Yeah.
This is basically First Age, or they were just known as Age of Hope, Age of Corruption, Age of Prosperity, Age of Black. Right now, I am going to send in the VC chat the demiplane file, or the link, basically the hyperlink to the demiplane. This is where you guys are going to make your demiplane account, and then I will basically share my content with you, because I bought the book for Daggerheart, so that way I can share with you guys. That way we can all create characters together, And if you guys have any questions about certain characters, or you have questions about this, I can kind of answer them as we create these characters. And eventually I will further explain the rules. But this is just a fun way to kind of start kind of getting us rocking and rolling, you know?
Julio.
All right. So I'm going to send you guys the link to Demiplane, the Daggerheart source. You're probably just gonna make the Demiplane account first. That way I can add you guys from your account name and your info. Here it is. If you guys have any trouble setting up an account, we'll talk through it.
I already have mine created. Where do you want me to put mine?
Give me your account name, so that way you can get access to all of the stuff, not just like the teaser stuff.
It is Kiba _ Ayashi 1998.
Put it in the chat, please.
Good, I got you.
Where is that?
Do I go to like sign up or sign in?
Okay.
You already have an account?
Yeah, I already have the account. I'm just gonna add you guys to it because that way basically it's like game sharing. It's like game sharing, but it's so I am muted. Let me add you guys to this. So basically it's a content share with you guys. The book, because I bought the book. So that way you guys will be able to have access to all the stuff that comes with it, not just the teaser stuff.
Awesome.
I'm really, really excited right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like so quiet because I'm like being really patient, being respectful, listen, like a storytelling time type deal.
I thought that would give you guys the idea of the world we're playing in, would help you guys kind of think, okay, I think I want to make this type of character, or I kind of want to change this real quick. That way I can add this.
Oh, I really like the background story, especially it really does fall in the category of make believe and fairy tale and just a lot of magic and a lot of like skills. So I'm really excited to really get into this, especially with all of you, especially the newcomers, which is King Kiba. By the way, thank you for
Hello.
following me. By the way, sweetheart.
No problem.
King Kiba.
I am cramping so fucking badly, dude.
Friendship.
In your hands right now?
No.
Time of the month.
Oh, those cramps. If it makes you a little 5% better, I also started mine today too.
Bruh.
So we can be secret. We can be sync together.
Hey, no, is it just say what, the 8th still? Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, once you guys have made accounts, go to resources and just you can put the account name there, and I'll add you guys to the source book.
How do I do that?
When you make the account, if you look on the far right corner, there'll be like a letter. It's probably the first letter of the name you used, and once you click it, it'll say your full username, and then underneath it'll say your email.
Do you need me to do it again or no?
No. I have you already added to it,
Okay.
so you now have access to all the character creation and domain listed, and weapons as well.
Okay.
You say go to what? Because I just made my account. Like I just like made the account.
Okay, when you just on the far right corner, it'll probably, because I'm assuming you used your IRL name,
No, I use my
the VTuber name, right?
Yep.
So it'll say, is there a big C on the far right corner?
Yep. Yep.
Click that, and then just in the resources tab, just in the Discord, just type out what that whole username is.
Oh, okay.
I don't see that. I have a big D on it, but I don't see a C.
Did you use the name D?
I think so. I don't remember. This is my first time getting on it.
We're all confused.
It's all good. No worries. I know, like, we had this same thing earlier.
I just need to know, how do I know if I have all access?
When you go into the book, you'll have it'll say something like content shared, and you'll be able to see stuff like the weapons, and you'll be able to like actually read the whole rule book.
Okay, so go down, go to view all games, and then I find Daggerheart. Click on Daggerheart. That's what I see play now.
Awesome. Let me get that.
If you're on the app, it should tell you the second thing. It says game rules.
Yoink. Shared. Bam.
Cool.
Now, Cinder, you have all the. You now have access to the book too.
Okay.
How do I look at the share stuff? Like look at what you're looking at?
So what you do is when you go to when you're in Demiplane, if you're in you should go to the where it says character option, and it's gonna take you to a screen that says my characters. It should be blank for most of you if you guys haven't made a character yet. There's gonna be like all these games. You're gonna see Cyberpunk. You're gonna see Pathfinder. You're gonna see this Marvel multiverse game, and then you'll see Daggerheart.
Yeah.
When you see Daggerheart, click it, and then go to create character on the right hand side, and you're gonna click Daggerheart one more time, and it should bring you to basically like a character creation screen.
Okay.
And then we'll start from there. Once we
Okay. Holy shit. Okay.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Holy.
It should be like bright
Okay.
purplish.
I just
Yeah.
have the thing that says create a character. I don't see all this purpleness.
So when you see the create your character, did you press create character?
Daggerheart.
I did not. Hold on.
Yeah, I have the thing up now. It says character building, character starter, class,
Perfect.
heritage,
Let me
experience,
get
and I'm
all
leaving it
of-
up right there.
Yeah, we'll stay right there. I'm gonna make sure we
Yes.
all get to that screen first.
Yes,
Alright,
yes. Gives
I'm
me
on
time to.
I'm on the character builder.
You got to the character builder.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Create a character.
What about you,
My
Kiba?
love,
Y-
have you tried sharing your screen?
I
People know.
yes, I will do that right now.
So
Uh,
for
That would
me,
give you better
you already
vision.
know I created my character, so I'm good.
Yeah, so you're ready. Give me a
Is it-
second. Well, I share the screen real quick. Yoink.
Don't mind me dying. It's just my magical wand.
All right. So you guys already there? I'm still gonna have this up because I am going to reference this a lot. So don't mind me.
Out on stream, we're gonna be switching off real quick.
Content sharing. Let me just add you real quick. That way you have the full thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you guys should all have access to all the stuff now. Where is my? Okay, so you should be able to see what's on my screen. Okay, so we have the character builder, right? This is the
Yeah.
beginning of this is the beginning of all our stories. Let's start with your characters' names. I'm going to ask each of you what you want your character's name to be. It doesn't need to be elaborate. It could be your own VTuber name. It doesn't matter. If you want to make it elaborate as possible, awesome. I'm all here for it. I'm going to start with the basically alphabetical order real quick. Amy, what is your character's name?
Amethyst.
Awesome. Your pronouns?
She, her.
Sweet. And we're all going to start at level 1.
Okay.
All right. Cinder.
Yep.
What's your character's name, buddy?
I'm just gonna go with Cinder.
Awesome. In the pronouns?
He, him.
Sweet. And we're all starting at level 1. Els.
I'm gonna go Vastaya.
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 Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Vastaya. I want you to, if you can for me, in the game table chat, write the name so I can have that, so I can see how it's spelled. Awesome. And the pronouns are she, her, correct?
They, them.
They, them. Okay, perfect. I will jot that down. King Kiba, your name, buddy.
My name is Jay Blackstone.
Jay Blackstone. Nice. And your pronouns?
He, him.
Sweet. All right. Stony Stone. Love you, love.
Oh, give me a second. My character's name is Atramentaria Coprinopsis.
Pronouns?
She, they.
She, they. Okay. Awesome. So you guys have now
Can I?
began your first journey. You guys have made your characters' names and their pronouns. Congratulations.
Yay!
Now, I want you guys to all click to class.
Okay.
I'm going to give a quick rundown on your class with the different class things and what is meaning behind this, okay? The first class that we see is Bard. Bards are not just the musicians, the groups. They can be the actors. They can be the poets. They can be the performers. They have 2 domains, Grace and Codex. Grace, that is basically their poised, their charisma. The Codex, that's their brains. They be learning shit. They be learning music. They be reading books and shit. They kind of smart. Next, we got Druid. Druids are very similar to the same Druids in D&D. They are about forest and nature magic. You have 2 domains in this one. Sage, that's the natural magic. That's the forest. That's being one with nature. And Arcana, that's the magic to make elements and stuff. That's the goody stuff. Next, we got Guardian. And Guardian is the tanky boy. This is the guy who's here to take the hits and lay down the wits. You know what I'm saying? He's got Valor and Blade. He is a fighter, but he's also taking damage for you. Next, we got Ranger. Now, this has 2 domains very similar, like all of them, but they have an overlapping one, that being Sage. Very much like Druid, a Ranger is one with nature. They are nature bonded. They have nature magic, but they have the bone, which means they also are physically able to get down. You know what I'm saying? They put the fights in the hands and the beats on you. Next, we got Rogue. Now, Rogue has Midnight and Grace. Very much similar to the Bard. They got the charisma. They know how to talk their way out of anything. But they got the Midnight, so they be stealthy. They be working the night. And they like to pick the pockets. Now we got Seraph. Seraph are fun. Very similar to Paladins and Clerics. The Seraph can be either the religious fighter or they can be the religious healer. And they have 2 domains as well, that being Splendor and Valor. Very much being the protective healer or the, going out for God and fighting in their name. After that, We have the sorcerer. They use arcana and mind and midnight for their domains. That means they use the magic, like elemental stuff, but they also be shady. They also be in the darkness. They also be doing them whatever they want. Next we got
Why is it calling me out?
Next, we got warrior. These are the bread and butter. These are the fighters. They got blade and bone, meaning they are just ripped for fighting, whether it's with weapons, being weapon experts, or just having them hands registered weapons ready to throw down. Then we got the wizard, the brainy brain magic user. They use codex and splendor, meaning they are very powerful in magic, but they are also very read, very well read. In fact, they're basically this one of the smartest classes there is.
Nerds.
Now, I'm going to now go through the table again in alphabetical order, and I want you to tell me what class are you thinking about for your character. Amy, what class are you thinking about picking?
I'm really stuck between a druid and a sorcerer,
Hmm.
but I know you can only pick one as I'm seeing here. So
For
if
now.
I'm gonna start,
As you level up, you'll be able to multi-class.
Oh, that's dope as hell! I didn't know that.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Then I will start off as the sorcerer.
Sweet. Sorcerer picked. I want you to pick that first. And we'll go deeper into more stuff, but you go sorcerer next. Now, Cinder. What are you thinking of?
I was gonna go with sorcerer too, but cause I was like I kind of want to make a fire character cause I didn't want to like make another rogue, but I guess I'll go with, since you said we can do 2 classes as we level up. I guess I'll start with rogue.
Okay, the rogues are great. There's nothing wrong with a rogue. They're dashing. They're very witty. Els, what are you thinking about picking?
I think I'm gonna choose something a bit different. So I think I'm gonna go with Sarah.
Ooh, the healer, the fighting holy person of every light. Awesome. I love it.
I'm excited to see your character.
Vastaya the healer. King Kiba, what'd you pick, my friend?
I picked. What did I pick again? No, I picked sorcerer.
Sorcerer again. Nice. There's nothing wrong with having more than one person in the team that can learn magic and throw it out from a distance. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
I'll come in there sneaky as hell. I'm like, he's over here.
Nice, nice. And Stony Love, what did you pick?
Oh, I got chocolate in my mouth.
You're fine.
That's valid.
Chocolate makes her happy.
It helps soothe the cramps. It's actually scientific. It actually does the dopamine and releases the endorphins.
She's also excited because she gets ice cream later.
Fuck yeah.
What'd you pick again? You picked Druid? Or would you pick?
Yeah, I picked Druid. I picked Druid
Yeah, Druid.
because
Commune with that nature.
it makes sense.
Nice.
Also, when we get to the later on and you get to know my race or species.
All right.
Is it called species or race?
They call it heritage now.
They call it heritage.
Okay.
Okay.
I want you guys now to select the classes. Okay. Now
How
that
do I do that? Select the classes. Like I
Oh.
already select sorcerer. Is that what you meant?
yeah, once you press select on it, it should show you another screen that says choose subclass, set your traits, choose starting weapons, choose starting armor, take your starting inventory, and take domain deck cards. Do you guys see that?
When you click on sorcerer?
Yes, you should click it and you should press select class.
Oh, it's blue right in front of my face. Wow, that's nice. And then choose a class. Choose class, set your traits, choose starting weapon.
You should all be able to see the screen. Before we go any further, I just want to make sure that we all see the same screen.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes, Roger.
Roger, Cinder, do you see the same
Roger.
screen?
Yes.
Els,
I see it.
Kiba.
All Gucci.
Si, signore.
Okay, awesome. Now I want you guys to press choose subclass.
Okay.
And you guys should all be able to see at least 2 options of what subclass you can take for your character. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time if you guys want to read it to kind of like have an idea of how you want to play your character. Like, do you want to be this side or that side? I'm going to check up on you. If you have any questions about anything, you can ask it right now as we kind of walk through this.
So I do have a question.
Yes, ask.
So I think last week I was telling you that I had like made like a homebrew character
Mm-hmm.
that was like I wanted to take something from Pathfinder, put it in D&D, and then put it in here, which was very hard. I will say.
Okay.
But there's a class in Pathfinder that's called Summoner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Summoner can conjure like an Eidolon to like fight alongside them.
Okay.
So like Artificer's Battlesmith?
Ooh, basically.
Okay. Sorry, I love Artificer. It's probably one of my favorite classes.
So the concept behind this character was that their Eidolon was actually like a twin Eidolon, which is like kind of like a copy or like a twin of
Like a double?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So, but the backstory behind this double is that it's actually like a copy of his deceased sister,
Oh.
like twin sister.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like a whole cool backstory about it that I wrote up. If y'all want to read it, it's pretty.
Ooh. Nice. And in this homebrew, is this a subclass or a class?
It is. There's still a It's still a sorcerer.
Yeah. Oh, so it's a
Like,
subclass
yeah,
in sorcerer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Let's see. So I'm gonna put it in.
If you want,
Let's see.
yeah, put it in resources. That way I can look at it, and I can kind of like, maybe try to workshop it into like more Daggerheart-esque.
What if he makes it his experience?
Huh?
His experience.
He could put it in experience if he wanted to. Well, I'm curious to see how the subclass looks, because it could just be like a fun way to like add that in, and it'll be his new like subclass.
The subclass still counts as like primal origin, right? I think.
We love you, and you're rock star. Thank you, Eddie. I love you too, baby.
Yeah.
You guys are so nice.
You would basically, I would just have to like, kind of see how we can make it work in there. Maybe like change it up a bit, or like maybe I'll add something to it to like make it like fair.
Gotcha, that's valid.
All right, let me see how it is.
All right, I am ready.
So this is your. So you wanted to be able to have the double, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, if that's possible.
I could. You know what? Here's what I will do. I will basically make it like a familiar, because I believe sorcerers can have familiars.
Okay.
It's dope as fuck. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I think
Sorry.
sorcerers can have. I think wizards too. I think most magic classes can have familiars. Let me look at the domain of
You're making my
sorcerers.
inner childhood excited right
Yeah, let me look at the sorcerer real quick.
now.
Because sorcerer has, I believe, yeah, they have the subclasses. Let me see.
Zombie magic. Is that
They
you,
have
baby?
elemental.
Hi, honey.
Yeah,
Thank you for lurking.
allows you to modify essence of magic itself. Okay, so what I could do is I can kind of like work it through primal origin in the sense that like you can kind of like puppeteer it in a sense.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I could.
Puppeteer.
Yeah, we can. I can basically have it like added in into your primal origin feat, where instead of like where like you would just mainly focus on using your guardian as like a another character, kind of very similar to like having an animal companion for like a ranger. I would just we would just make like a small character sheet for your companion.
Hey princess, hey princess, hey princess, hey
So
princess.
we can work on that like later. That way we can make that character sheet. It'll I'll probably make it like a very first level like kind of creature.
Mhm.
That way it's we can go off of that. How's that sound?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Ow, fuck, ow, shit. Okay, don't do that.
So like, I made a whole separate like character sheet for her,
Yeah.
and I wasn't sure how like if it just played like as a normal character or if
If
it
you have the
was
whole
like
character sheet, send it to me and I can dagger heart it and kind of like unless you already did you already dagger heart it?
I did.
Oh, perfect. Then yeah.
You know I come prepared.
If you already have it like ready to go, I'll just look at it and then if it needs to get tweaked, I'll let you know. But if you have everything, I think you're straight off of that already.
Awesome.
I'll just call it like mechanical. I'll just call it like familiar companion.
Awesome.
Speaking of familiar companions, Doomed sent me a sketch with she's doing the coloring part of the model that she's
Ooh.
continuing, and she asked me last time, she was like, do you want a familiar? And she was like, she's gonna have like a crow for me that's as my little familiar mascot. I
That's
was like,
cool.
fuck yes. I was like, that's so cool.
All right.
Wait, question.
Ask.
No, it's for Cinder.
Oh, what's up?
Do you think Doom could make? So I want to create this little like stream companion that reacts to my voice and has like certain like responses.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know if you know of a YouTuber who reads nice guy Reddit stories called Red X, but he recently got his live 2D VTuber and he has this little AI cloud thing that sits on his shoulder named Gubbins, and I have been obsessed with wanting like a leaf sprite little thing that does pretty much what Gubbins does. The sass. Oh my god, yes. And so I was wondering if that's something that is like if she could do the like art for that. It would just be like
I can
it'd be like,
ask. I just don't want to overwhelm her because she's still trying to finish my model, and I know it's gonna take a while.
oh yeah,
Because
no, that wouldn't
yeah,
be a like, oh right now,
right,
cause
right, right.
that would just be a is that something within her
Ability.
Oh,
ability slash
I
if
don't
she's
know.
comfortable with it?
I would have to ask because I don't know what all she's like capable of doing. Um, I know someone who might know how to do that. But I can ask around my other friends to see if someone might know how to do that. But I can definitely check for you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to now ask. I've given you guys a little bit of time to read through the subclasses. I want to ask you what are you guys leaning to? Oh, Amethyst, are you muted or?
Oh yeah, I am. I was talking on my stream. I didn't want to.
Oh, okay.
While you were talking or you guys were talking, I didn't
Okay,
want to
okay.
interrupt that.
What subclasses are you leaning towards?
The well, I'm gonna say it really primaral origin.
Okay, nice.
I like that a lot more. I did read into it, so.
Okay, so you're picking primal origin. Cinder, what subclasses did you lean to that you're thinking of picking?
I did Nightwalker.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Els, what subclass did you look at that you like a lot?
I went towards Divine Wielder.
Ooh, Divine Wielder.
Ooh. Yes,
Nice.
period.
Kibo. I
Sexy.
we established that you're picking a custom subclass that's very close to like Ranger's companion, animal companion, but instead it's familiar companion. Correct? Keeps?
Correct.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yep.
And Stony, what did you pick?
I picked Warden of the Elements.
Nice, nice, nice. Next, we're gonna go set your traits. I want you guys to click that next.
All right.
Just comfort me.
Okay. So in Daggerheart, it is very different than D&D. So in D&D, you would normally roll for your stats, for your ability scores. In Daggerheart, you are given 5. So you're giving a 1 plus 2, 2 plus 1s, a -1, and a 0. So on your on the under the numbers, there is use suggested traits. You are more than free to use your suggested traits if that's what you so wish. But you have to do take in consideration that based off the class and subclass you are going to most likely want to put your traits into that. For example, if you are playing a rogue, maybe finesse or is where you're going to want to put more of your points into. If you're playing would you say seraph, maybe presence is what you're going to put it more into. If you're going to be a sorcerer, I'm pretty sure it is instinct, if I recall, is what you're going to want to put it into. Again, you guys could always use the recommended traits, the recommended points to allocate towards. Take a time to pick which of these ability scores you want to basically add to, and I will check up and see how you guys are in a couple seconds, okay?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Again, if you guys have any questions, you feel free to ask me. I'm right here. I can answer them all. I have the material right in front of me.
Sounds good.
I cramp. I won't cry.
Don't cry, baby.
I have a question. What does agility mean?
Agility is like your speed, your sprinting, your leaping, your maneuvering. It's basically how fast you are on your feet, how nimble you are, and how quickly you're able to react to danger. Let's say, for example, I told you that there was a rock falling down. I would say make an agility score to see if you can basically not get hit by that rock.
Did you ever play
Right.
Did you ever play Resident Evil 4?
No, but I have played Lord of the Rings or Dragons
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age and Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Oh.
So agility score would be very much similar to like athletics or kind of like dexterity. This is just how quick you are, how nimble you are on your feet, how quickly you're able to react to certain situations. That's what your agility
Right.
score is.
Okay. Got you. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
No problem.
Well, the reason I asked if you played Resident Evil 4 because there's a scene early in the game where when you get to like the second level, essentially.
Oh, the rock.
Yeah, the rock falling down, and Leon dodges out the way because he had to use the quick time event to dodge. But it's an agility to be able to move out the way fast enough.
So while you guys are still picking, I'm going to read through the traits real quick to kind of give more audience members an idea of what the traits are. We just talked about agility. Strength is simple. How easy it is to lift something, how easy it is to smash something, how easy it is to grapple something. That is all in the strength category of your abilities. Finesse, that's how good you are at control, hiding, and tinkering. It's your skill. If you got if you got that finesse on you, you'll be able to do most of your strikes, your precisions, your escape routes. You have like that power of the mind. Find tools. You know how to pick a lock. You know how to make a machine that
Mm.
destroys the world. It really does come in that kind of idea of like being very smart in that sense, being very practical. Instinct. That is how you're able to perceive your sense, your navigation. That is being aware of your surroundings. That's the natural intuition. It's how you're able to sense danger. It's how you're able to react to things. It's how you're able to even navigate through somebody who's probably going to kick your ass. You're able to just know that that person is trouble and I don't want my ass kicked, so I'm just going to leave. Your presence is your charm, your perform, your deceive. This is essentially your charisma stat, but this is how you're able to talk to people, how well you are to be able to schmooze and booze around the people that either want to kick your ass or people whose money you want to steal from. If you're a good talker, you can get yourself out of any situation. That's what your presence stat is for. Knowledge. This is your recalling, your analyzation, your comprehension, how you're able to interpret knowledge, how easy you are to able to receive it, and how fast you are to interpret it and come to your own conclusions. It's a little self-explanatory, but I think that should be enough time to kind of explain. I'm going to ask you guys, did you all feel like you've put your stats in the places that you want them to be in?
Yes,
Sarah,
I
Yes.
sure did. Hell yeah.
Okay, before we go any further, did you have any more questions?
can I
No,
go first next
not that
time?
I could think of.
Go first on what?
Choose your weapons.
Yes.
Choose your weapons.
Okay.
Choose your character.
That literally popped in my head. You just read my
Me
mind.
too.
Okay, so as we go into choose your weapons, Stony, you wanted to go first, and I can already tell what you're picking.
So I chose the arcane frame wheelchair as my primary weapon. This is very important to me because I am a wheelchair user in my everyday life. And it wasn't until I believe it was still being homebrewed in 2014 D&D. It wasn't until D&D 5e that they actually added wheelchairs into the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it actually, I teared up and cried when I was making my character because I felt so seen. Also, my wheelchair gives me +1 on all attack rolls because reliable.
That's fire.
I love
And
that. That's so cute.
that makes me feel so happy as a wheelchair user because I do not feel very reliable.
Okay. What was your secondary weapon?
Oh, my secondary weapon, I chose a hand crossbow, so I'm able to shoot from range.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm going to now go backwards up with that order. I do want to point out if you are having trouble about picking weapons on the right hand side of choose starting weapons, you'll see a little yellow tab that says suggested weapon. It'll show you what weapon would be suggested for your class and domain. Just a little heads up there if you're having a little trouble. Kiba, what weapon did you choose?
I have a dual staff and a small dagger.
Nice, nice, nice.
In case I need to shift somebody, just eh.
Els, what weapons did you pick?
I have a long sword and a tower shield.
Nice.
Ooh, okay, okay, okay. Cinder, what did you pick?
My main weapon, I'm actually gonna go with the grappler.
Oh, the grapple gun, huh?
Oh, what?
Yeah, the grappler.
That's
yeah.
sick.
I know.
I believe that is a secondary weapon, so you can still
Ah.
choose a primary weapon. You just now have an ability to like use a grappler as well.
Uh,
What's the grapple? Go ahead and grapple.
Well, it says grappler. It says it's a close melee
Yes.
hooked on it. Okay, I was about to say. Okay, so there's okay.
I
Okay, I
can
didn't.
have a whip. I can turn myself into an
I
actual
know.
succubus.
Thought about it too. I thought about
I
that
almost
too.
chose the whip, but then I decided to go with distance since I'm a frail creature.
Let me see. Let me see.
There's so many choices. I don't know what to pick.
Big facts.
What are the hand runes and uh the gauntlets? What are those exactly?
The hand runes, they're basically they're an instinct based weapon. They I believe it's just like like hand magic. I think it's kind of very similar to like what's his name from Fullmetal Alchemist, Roy Mustang.
Oh yeah yeah yeah
I
yeah yeah
love
yeah.
that.
I was
Okay.
about to say, is it like with the fucking
The
I was about to
gloves
say
that
that
snap.
Yeah,
yeah, the
you
fingers.
so it is a
Yeah.
one-handed weapon.
Oh, like
It
Thanos.
Yeah, it is a one-handed weapon. So
Hmm.
you could in theory hold both your grappler and your hand runes. I also
I
think this
want
might be like
those now.
this also might be kind of like Luce's ability in Owl House where she writes on runes and she's able to use them
Yeah,
like kind of like
That's
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh
sick.
cards. Um
Yeah.
And she places like the ice gift down to be
it
able
depends
to.
how do you want to use this cuz you could kind of decide on how you want to use that.
So,
Owl house, owl house.
well, because like you said, it's also kind of like the gauntlet. Because I thought the gauntlet would be more like what Thanos uses.
Yeah, so you want to be able to your hand rune basically be like you want to put like a seal of magic on your hand and be able to use like a magical attack.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
Yes.
Then I'm using hand runes then.
Okay.
But you could also
Oh,
take the
Aw.
arcane
the
gauntlets
so
that do.
the arcane gauntlets because I thought you were talking about the hand runes. What would they like? The arcane gauntlets. Yeah, they're essentially they're it is magical gauntlets. But
So
that's
those would be like magical gauntlets, not so that you would be able to use snap magic, but when you would
you have
use
magical
your
hitting.
fist, you would basically like
All right,
punch a
I'm done.
magical punch that does D10 plus 3 magic damage.
I'm gonna go with like just the hand runes.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you're gonna play them very kind of like how you're gonna like have the magic on your hand at all times, or are you gonna like draw pieces of
So
paper and throw them?
what I was thinking of more like the magic side was kind of like being able to use like fire as to like waste or just any kind of like magic like kind of like blast or like fireballs or just like balls of magic or whatever. And then for the grappler, just in case I need to like do more of like kind of like mid, kind of like
Maneuvering.
kind of close, kind of like if I need to like grapple something or like use it like kind of like a hook, but like use the chain to like throw it
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, that's perfect. That sounds pretty badass. Amy, what weapons did you pick?
My weapons are that I picked for my first. I picked a quartz staff,
Mm-hmm.
which allows me to be more effective if I'm ever getting up close with you guys. I also choose for my second hand a wand. I'm able to do far ranges, which also allows me to say if you guys are, let's say you're getting fucked, and I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'll help you damage. I'll
Avada
give you more
Kedavra.
damage. Abracadabra, yeah, give you more damage, and they're getting fucked up while
But
you're
if I
gonna like
want to get
beat the
fucked,
fuck out of them, you know? And
Nice,
so I
nice.
choose the wand and the court staff.
The quarterstaff, nice.
So
The quarterstaff is a two-handed weapon, so be mindful if you have to switch. You will have to basically like unequip the quarterstaff and then re-equip the.
The other.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, that's why I said if I'm ever like for using the wand, I'll be in the back defense.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if it comes from like if say let's say we're on a 2-minute team going in the labyrinth and my back is turned and no one's behind me because my team's in front of me, I'll be able to defend myself with my court staff.
Nice. All right.
I like
Okay. Now we're gonna go to choosing armor.
Quick question: how would you describe the glowing rings again?
The glowing rings. Let me look at
Also,
those real
just
quick.
my
Because
features that I can't even get. Dark survival. Oh my
let me
god.
see. Let me see glowing rings.
You and your breeding dinosaurs on your ark.
Glowing rings. They're very close. They do 10 plus 1 magical burden, two-handed. You honestly, you want to know how the glowing. So what's really cool about Daggerheart is the weapons are basically your imagination how they can be used.
Okay.
Glowing rings to me, they're giving me kind of like lantern, like from like DC Comics style.
Is that just
I like that, but it says the range is very close though. That's what's throwing me off.
Very close. So very close is like 15 feet.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not that bad, right?
like 10 to 15 feet. So like that's like 2 squares away.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a primary weapon too, isn't it?
Yeah.
what if you use the rings like you're dancing or something? Like little hula
He can do
hoops.
that too. He can have it like where they're like dancing rings where he like swirls them. Um,
Hmm.
yeah.
I like the idea of the lantern rings. I think I'm gonna trade in my dual staff for that.
Okay. Awesome. I mean they're both two-handed weapons, so it kind of works out well.
I got me some pimp rings.
All right. Now we're gonna go to starting armor.
Starting? Oh, I'm excited for this.
So, starting armor. It's very simple. It kind of gives you a suggested
That
armor
sucks.
take, and I will give a quick description on what armors basically do. So, armor scores are essentially like ways to negate damage. So, in Daggerheart, you take 3 types of damage. You take minor, you take major, and you take severe. What your armor score is able to do is, let's say someone hits you really hard for severe damage, you will take 3 points down your health, or you can spend an armor score and only take 2 points. It now lowers that severe score to a major score. So it's essentially just it takes the hit for you.
Got you.
So be mindful. Some armors are probably higher in armor score, but and some of them might make you less agility, have less agility, and like really mess up certain scores. So I personally always think you should always go with your suggested armor, or if you want to risk it for the biscuit, pick any armor you're feeling it.
It's valid.
Okay.
I choose.
You
I choose you, Pikachu.
Pika Pika. Okay. I'm since these are only like 4 choices, I'm just going to ask each of you guys. Amy, what did you pick?
I picked what was suggested for Sorcerer, which is, and forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, Game Benson armor.
Awesome.
It's
Gamma
yeah,
Benson
that's-
armor. Oh,
It's
yeah.
Benson.
Oh,
Damn Benson.
all right.
I just think a regular show. She's just yelling at me. Protect me or you're fired.
Awesome. So you took Gambison armor.
Yes.
Next on the list, Cinder. What armor did you pick?
Gammonson.
Awesome. Els?
I chose chainmail.
Nice.
Damn, be
Kiba.
different. I dig it. Gam Benson. That's how I'm gonna pronounce her from now on.
Gambenson. Stony.
I chose leather armor.
Nice. Now, we will go to the next phase, which is take your starting inventory. This is very kind of self-explanatory. If you guys want me to explain this, I definitely can.
Yes, please explain.
Yeah, so
Purple
your
dragon.
starting inventory, you get a torch, you get
Ooh.
50 foot of rope, basic supplies, and a handful of gold. Handful of gold is essentially like in D&D would be like 10 pieces of gold or 5 pieces of gold. It is the second lowest amount of gold you can have. Um, your basic supplies, that can mean anything. It could be soap, it can be shampoo, it can be sort of mints that you put in your tea. That is up to you to decide in roleplay if you want to have that be a basic supply. You ask me, would this be a basic supply? And I will decide yes or no. 50-foot rope can be useful for anything, and a torch can be useful for anything. You are given the choices between minor health potions and a minor stamina potion. A minor stamina potion, it clears your stress. In this game, you will be stressed, and you will take a stress point. A stamina potion can clear that. Health potion, it can give you your health back.
Stress potion already.
Then you could either get a whispering orb or a family heirloom. These are very much just RP things that you can have on your character. You will have different things depending on the class that you pick. These are just to add to your roleplay. You can choose either one thing and then add a whole background story on why that's important to you.
Wait, what? What are we talking about?
The inventory, starting inventory items.
Oh, okay, sorry. We're still on the same thing. Sorry, I kind of like, I don't know, blacked out for a second.
You're good.
What does a whispering orb do?
It can
Whispers and stuff.
The whispering orb can be literally anything you want it to be. It can be something that shows, random things that like may or may not be true.
Only where the enemies are, the eye
It
all
can
seeing.
be an heirloom that you were passed on by maybe your master or mentor. It's it all kind of depends on. It could just be an item that you keep on that just tells you to kill all your friends, and you're like, oh wow, stop.
Oh, that I like that.
Ew, that's you woolly fuck.
Do it. Go to sleep. Do it.
I'm a bad sorcerer.
Do it.
Do it.
Okay, have you guys all picked your starting inventory things?
Yes. Mother, I just want you to know I'm
I
trying.
sure did.
All right.
Just because you just watched me.
We are now going to continue to
I worry about.
domain cards. You guys ready to go to the next thing?
Yes, I got a health potion and
Yes,
whispering
sir.
orb. Okay, domain cards. Let me explain what domain cards are. Domain cards are essentially your skills. So, for each, you have 2 domains for each of your classes. I explained them earlier. There was Arcane, Blade, Codex, Grace, Midnight, Sage, Splendor, and Valor. You will be able to pick 2 cards. You can either choose 2 in one domain, or you can choose 1 in each different one. It's up to you. It's how you want to play. But these all give you certain abilities. It's almost like picking out what you want to do or what you want to be good at. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to kind of read through them, read what's catching your eye. Maybe you're thinking, hey, I want to be able to do this. Maybe I want to do that. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to like kind of research and look through these.
I've already decided on mine.
Ooh, you did. Els, what did you pick?
For my first one, I chose I Am Your Shield.
Ooh. And what
So
does that do?
with that one, when an ally within very close range would take damage, you can mark a stress to stand in the way and mark yourself the target of the attack instead. When you take damage from this attack, you can mark any number of armor slots.
Nice, nice. That means that, let's say, for example, you took severe damage. That's 3 hit points. You can mark 2 armor slots, and now that becomes minor damage, and that's only 1 measly health point. Look at you. You helped save a person, and you only took a little bit of damage.
I sure did. And for my second one, I had Mend and Touch.
Ooh. And I'm assuming that's the healing
Basically,
spell.
yes, basically, you lay your hands upon a creature and channel healing magic to close their wounds when you can take a few minutes to focus on the target you're helping. You can spend 2 hope to clear a hit point or stress on them. Once per long rest, when you spend this healing time learning something new about them or revealing something about yourself, you can clear 2 hit points or 2 stress on them instead.
Impressive, impressive. Stony, what did you pick?
I picked Nature's Tongue.
Mm-hmm.
You can speak the language of the natural world when you want to speak to the plants and animals around you. Make an instinct roll. On success, they'll give you the information they know. On a roll with fear, their knowledge might be limited or come at a cost. Additionally, before you make a spellcast roll, while within a natural environment, you can spend a hope to gain a +2 on the roll.
Nice.
You're like a
That'd be right
celebi.
there.
And what was the other domain card you picked?
Unleash Chaos.
Ooh, unleash the chaos.
Oh, stop.
What does that
Marvel
do?
Rivals.
At the beginning of a session, place a number of tokens equal to your spellcast trait on this card. That's 1. Make a spellcast roll against a target within far range and spend any number of tokens to channel raw energy from within yourself to unleash against them.
Ooh.
On a success, roll a number of d10s equal to the tokens you spent and deal that much magic damage to the target. Mark a stress to replenish this card with tokens up to your spellcast trait. At the end of each session, clear all unspent tokens.
Nice, nice. That sounds
Fire.
badass. Now, Kiba, well, did you pick 2 cards yet?
I did.
What'd you pick?
I picked Uncanny Disguise.
Ooh. What does that do?
Let's see. When you have a few minutes to prepare, you can mark a stress to don the facade of any humanoid you can picture clearly in your mind. While disguised, you have an advantage on presence rolls to avoid scrutiny. Place a number of tokens equal to your spellcast trait on this card. When you take an action while disguised, spend a token from this card. After this action that spends the last token is resolved, the disguise drops.
Nice, nice. Sneaky, sneaky. And what's the other card?
Yeah. The other card is Wall Walk. I can walk on the walls and ceilings. I can spend a hope. I can spend a hope to allow a creature you can touch to climb on walls and ceilings as easily as walking on the ground. That lasts until the end of the scene, or you can cast Wall Walk again.
Nice, nice. Amy, what did you pick?
Oh, for right now, I'm reading for my second one. For the other one, the one that I picked is called Unleash Chaos. And it
Ooh.
says at the beginning of the session, place a number of tokens equal to your spellcast trait on this card. Make a spellcast roll against your target within far range and spend any number of tokens to channel raw energy from within yourself to unleash against them. On success, roll a number of d10 equal to the tokens you spent and deal the much magic damage to the target. Mark a stress to polish the card tokens up to your spellcast trait.
Nice. And the second one you picked?
I'm really having I'm kind of between Ruin Ward or Reign of Blade. I
Ooh.
think I'm gonna go for Ruin Ward because it allows me to personally take a trinket and put like a magic barrier for you or for anybody or myself. So basically, if you guys are getting pretty fucked up in a battle, I can emotionally withdraw my trinket and manifest a big white beautiful shield, and it gives me enough time for you guys to like regenerate health and all that.
Nice, nice.
So I'm going for Ruin Ward and Unleashing Chaos.
Dope, dope. Okay. That's awesome. That should be the end of our class session. We are going to now jump into Heritage. Are you guys ready for that?
Yes,
Yep.
I am ready for it.
Yes.
You you didn't ask me about my domain deck cards.
Didn't I ask you? Oh, my bad, Sin.
No, you're good.
Cinder!
I thought I did. I thought I was for any one person. I
No.
apologize.
No, you're good. You're good.
What'd you pick, Cinder?
I did Enrapture and Rain of Blades.
Nice. Look at you. Want to explain those real quick?
Okay, so with Enrapture, basically what it does is you're talking to a target, it makes them kind of like it drowns out like everyone else's voices but yours, so that they kind of like
Focus on you.
they're like, yeah, they focus on you essentially.
Hmm.
And of course the Rain of Blades is you are able to throw like I think it's like magic like blades or something.
Yeah.
A rain down from the sky.
Yeah, that.
Nice. Very hella.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Now, I want you all to click heritage.
Mm-hmm.
And as we
All
go
right.
to heritage, I'm gonna give a quick little talk about what heritage is. Heritage in Daggerheart is your ancestry and your community. Your ancestry is essentially your species, and your community is especially your background, where you grew up, what type of life did you live. We're gonna start with Stony again, real quick, since I believe you've already picked your ancestry. What are you?
I am a fungrel. Fungrel are these humanoid mushrooms,
Mm-hmm.
and with that, they get fungrel network. I get to make an instinct roll to use your mycenial array to speak with others of your ancestry. On a success, you can communicate across any distance.
Nice, nice, nice.
Like
The other
Fucking
thing
dope
that it
as
comes
hell.
with is death connection, which is while touching a corpse that died recently, you can mark a stress to extract one memory from the corpse related to a specific emotion or sensation of your choice.
ooh.
Rad, rad. Um, I'm gonna go ask you guys in order, and I will also give you guys a tidbit of information. Let's say there's two species that you wanted to be, but you don't know which ones. There is something called mixed ancestry, in which you could be a child of a dwarf and a dracona. You could be the child of an elf and a fairy. You could be the child of a Fearborg and a fawn. You would just basically pick one trait of each and then you add it together. So if you guys were torn between one or the other, you technically can be two species in one, known as something called a mixed ancestry.
I just heard I could be a tiny dragon boy, which is hilarious.
Yeah, you can. You definitely can. With that being said, I'm going to go in order from top to bottom. Amy, what ancestry are you thinking about becoming?
There's a lot to choose from, or am I choosing, or am I just kind of picking?
You get to choose. What were you thinking that that Amethyst is in Daggerheart? Who is Amethyst? What is her race?
Oh, okay, we're getting imaginary. Okay, hold on. Um, her race is a dark elf,
Dark
and
elf. Nice.
she was made from the crystal amethyst and was made to do damage, but didn't want that. So her skin was the color of the dark color of purple. So the color, like the darkest purple of them. So her skin was dark and she had long ears. So dark elf, blood dark elf.
Okay.
For that.
Are you kind of part rock?
Yes.
May
part
I
rock,
may
yes.
I suggest being an elf in a clink in terms of mixed ancestry? That way you can be kind of this rock elf golem, this kind of metallic elf with like rocks on you.
That's cool. My toes, yes, bro. Booyah! My toes are cooling.
Okay, so
what's up.
what I want you to do is on the top of this, on all the way, if you scroll to the top, you'll see it says mixed ancestry. I want you to select that.
So.
And it'll ask you enter your mixed ancestry name. You can just make this up. You can call this metal elf. You can call this a rock elf.
Gosh, man, I'm really blind. I need to probably check my eyes again. Okay, so put in what again?
Select mixed ancestry.
How do you spell ancestry?
No. It should just be on the top part. You should say mixed ancestry, and you just press the select button on it.
It's not giving me that option.
Here, hold on. Check on my if you can check on the what I'm projecting on
Yeah, I see your screen.
Okay, so on it should say right here, select mixed ancestry. You select it, and then it's going to show
Oh,
a tab that says enter your mixed ancestry name. You can make that up. You can call yourself a rock elf. You can say metal elf. Um, it's up to you.
okay. Okay, so
You can
then
just
like
you get to name it.
a crystal dark elf.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's fucking dope. Okay, thank you for showing me.
So then after that, you should have now two subcategories underneath choose ancestry. It'll say top and bottom. This is essentially choosing which of your parents was the top and which of your parents was the bottom.
Okay, and then
So when you choose top, it'll show you a list of different abilities.
yeah.
Underneath the name of the ability, it'll say a name of a creature. If I believe correctly, you were looking for look for one that says elf.
Yeah, I see it.
What is that ability's name?
Um, for quick start advantage, elves are typically tall, humanoid with pointed ears and cutely tounded senses. Cutely tounded senses.
Is that
Uh,
okay?
is that what you mean by the name?
Um, it should. So if you could look on my screen real quick,
Yeah.
when you should have these two options. It should say select ancestry top and select ancestry bottom. Do you see that?
Oh, yes. I was
S-
focused on the right side column.
that's fine. That's perfect. On the right side column, underneath the in bold names, there is names that are just essentially like in gray. Look for one that says elf. Such as
For my bottom one.
for your top. Wait, for
Oh,
your top one, what'd you pick?
for my top one. Sorry. I have to refresh it again because it oh wait, what is this? Why am I have arrows? What is going on?
It's okay. It's okay.
I saw elf and it disappeared. I don't know what happened.
It should say quick reactions.
Oh, okay, yeah, there we go.
Quick reaction. That is an elf move. You can select that.
Okay.
And on top of that is a clink move, which is purposeful design. You can also click that, and now you will technically now be a dark rock elf.
Okay, something it's acting really funny right. Okay, there's select.
Awesome. On the left hand screen, it should show you both with ones, not zeros. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Then you have now selected both your races. Next on the list, Cinder.
Yep.
Which ancestry did you pick?
I did human Slyborn.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Slyborn is the community that you grew up in, right?
Yes. Let me go back to it. Slyborn.
Okay. We'll go into into the communities in a bit, but your ancestry you picked human.
Yes, human.
Awesome, awesome. We're gonna go into the nitty gritties in a second.
Okay.
Els, which ancestry did you pick?
I chose a mix of both.
Ooh, would you pick of both of what?
Divine giant devil.
Oh, so you picked an Infernus and a giant.
I sure did.
Interesting, interesting. I like the combination. Kiba, what did you pick?
I picked the Atari.
Ooh, the felines, the feline people.
But I would like to be an offshoot if I can, called the Canary.
Ah, canines, am I correct?
Ding ding ding.
Okay, yeah. We'll call that that's called reflavoring, and that is something that I like in a campaign. Is although there is no wolf option or bear option, we are able to kind of use a similar option and just call ourselves a different thing. So you will be now known as a Canary. You are a wolf canid creature. What canid are you thinking of being?
That's a good question.
Why does that name sound like something from Dragon Age?
Canid
It do-
or Canary?
Unari.
Yeah, yeah. It's a cat person. I think Oblivion has those too.
No, from Dragon Age, they have horned like people.
those are technically like the Dracona, right?
Yeah, those are the dragon people. Dracona.
Hmm. So
Okay.
am I choosing community or?
Yes. So next we're going on to community. Um, community is essentially your livelihood, where you were born. And Cinder, you start us off since you did pick yours already. Slyborn. Tell us about
Yes.
Slyborn.
So
You forgot your
Slyborn, it
wife.
says being part of Slyborn community means you come from a group that operates outside of the law, including all manners of criminals, grifters, and con artists. Scoundrel, you have the advantage on rules to negotiate with criminals, detect lies, or find a safe place to hide.
Ooh, what'd you say, Els? Previously?
You forgot your wife
No,
on
she said
her
it.
ancestry.
She was the first one. She said she's a fungrel.
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. Also, did you want me to read off my two ancestries, or did?
Oh yeah, yeah. Read them, read them off since you are mixed. Um, read
I'm
both.
sorry to
Long
cut you
tongue.
off like that.
Ooh, that's dirty. I'm inappropriate right now.
I'm
Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry to cut you off like
No,
that.
you're good. Explain it to me.
Um, so for my first one, which is giant, I I did endurance, or I gain endurance. Basically, I gain an additional hit point slot at the character creation.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And for my parent, that was a devil or one of the
Infer-
Infernus.
yeah, a demon giant.
I basically have something called Dread Visage.
Mm-hmm.
I also, it says you have an advantage on rolls to intimidate hostile creatures.
Ooh, rad.
All right, continue now.
Okay, well, did you pick a community?
I sure did.
What community did you pick?
I picked Orderborn.
Orderborn. Explain to us what Orderborn is.
Orderborn is basically being part of an Orderborn community means you're from a collective that focuses on discipline or faith, and you uphold a set of principles that reflect your experiences there. And you're dedicated to recorded. Basically, I recorded 3 sayings or values of my upbringing instilled in me. Once per rest, when you describe how you're embodying one of these principles through your current action, you can re-roll a d20 at your hope die.
Lovely. Now, Kiba, did you pick a community?
I did.
What did you pick?
I picked the Wildborn.
Ooh, the wilds.
So, being part of the Wildborn community means I live deep within the forest, and the special trait that goes with that is Lightfoot. Your movement is naturally silent. You have advantage on rolls to move without being heard.
Rad, nice. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Amy, did you pick a community?
No, I have not. I was taking the time to go over for the heritage
Mm-hmm.
ancestries because I got really confused and took a little too much time on how to work the whole selection. So I got to understand, and I got the ancestry features, which is scales, and the bottom one is also death connection.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
Ooh.
yet chose my community. Um,
That's okay. You can take a little bit more time if you need to.
yeah, give me a few minutes. I'm a fast reader, so don't worry. It took me a little bit longer
You're
on
good.
the first one.
I have a
Um,
question.
you have a question?
Yeah,
What is it?
since I'm technically not a cat, I can't use the feline instinct straight. So, can I propose a different one?
Yeah.
So, there's one I thought of that was called Keen Senses.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like when I make a perception roll, I can mark a stress to re-roll a hope die, and I must take the new result.
Yeah, that works. That's perfect.
Bet.
Shh, oh my god, my dog scared me. Um, and then my love, what did you pick for your community? Was it Wildborn?
Yes.
The wilds again. Um, relax, buddy. Relax. Come on, relax. All right. You ready, Amy? Or are you still healing?
I'm still looking. I don't know which one to choose. I
What's
think the
catching your
only
eye?
one that is Wildborn because of the force and how my character is basically was made from the elements, like from the earth itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go for Wildborn.
Nice, nice, nice. I love the inclusivity of nature. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Thank you, thank you. I really was getting deep, so it was taking me a bit far.
I get it. I thought you'd pick Underborn, but I like Wildborn better.
Underborn. Oh, I didn't really get a chance to read that one.
It's basically like
Okay.
subterranean society, like underground, like under earth.
Oh yeah, that sounds a lot more. I feel like getting more into it, my character would have a story background going into that, leaving like her. This is where she was born. This is how she was made from, and then now we're in the underborn because she experienced some very dark times.
Okay, okay. I like it. I like it. Um, are you all happy with your communities, or do you want to ask a question about them?
I'm really happy with it actually right now.
Okay.
I'm pretty happy with mine.
Awesome, awesome. Next, we go to my favorite component about Daggerheart, experience.
Ooh.
Let's
All right.
go.
Wait, I thought we were going to do the descriptions and
Oh yeah, there's
background
descriptions.
questions.
We
That's under experiences.
that's inexperience. That's not inexperience. That's in comma experiences.
There you go.
Oh, okay, sorry. My
Okay.
bad.
I'm gonna ask you to describe your guys' characters with these questions. Starting with Cinder. What clothes are you wearing?
What do you mean, like explain the characters?
Like your character. What kind of clothes do they rock?
I don't really know. I haven't thought about that. Let me see here. Cause like the thing is like I want them to kind of look, like a rogue.
So you want clothes like very like dark clothes, or are you looking for baggy clothes? Like what type of like style rogue is he? Is he like hoodie, or is he like cloak?
I was kind of going for more like a more modern kind of like rogue.
Okay.
So I would say something like, kind of, maybe something like Vex.
Okay. So like very like I wouldn't say like tight clothes, but very like like limber, like you have room to like maneuver around in.
Yeah.
Okay, with a little bit of dark flair to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what color are your eyes? What are they like? Are they like an ocean? Are they like a fire? What type of eyes do you have?
I'm gonna go with like a blue, kind of like an ocean dark blue.
Okay. Your body type, are you very muscular? Are you very agile? Like, do you have like a slender build? Like what
Yeah, I
type
was
of
gonna say
body?
I was gonna go for more like a slender kind of like build, because like I need him to be able to still maneuver but still have enough strength to where he can fight if he has to.
And your color, like your skin color.
It's obviously white.
So okay, like white, you have white skin color. What is your attitude like? Are you over like zealous? Are you cocky? Are you like very like to yourself? Are you anxiety filled?
I would say very quiet and very reserved.
Reserved attitude. You have a very okay. I like this. Okay, next we're gonna go on to Stony.
Huh?
What type of clothes does our little
Why me?
what?
Why me?
Yeah.
Why me?
Cause okay. Do you want me not to use? Okay, I could pick someone else.
Just somebody else. Give me a minute.
Okay. Emmy, you. What type of clothes is Amethyst rocking?
Okay, sorry. I'm misspelling and trying to get it in the thing. So I have it right here, just haven't really typed it down.
Okay.
Mine is gonna be a like a how do I want to put this? I don't know if this is allowed. Let me know if it is. A purple succubus outfit that firms and fitted to my body,
Okay.
and beautiful jewelry, and no heels, so like nice flat shoes,
Okay.
and like Japanese tradition hairpins that will show that I'm like,
Noble.
I don't want to say royal because I don't want to get too deep in it, because I'm really getting deep here. Like, I mean, I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting deep. So like like royal but loyal,
Like
because I
noble.
come. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, noble.
Nice. So you have a very much like a femme fatale kind of like style kind of going around you. Very well fitted, but also very exposed.
Yes.
Okay, nice. And what color are your eyes? What are your eyes like?
I haven't got to that part yet. A gentle magenta color.
Oh, nice. That's pretty rad. Gentle magenta. Um, and your body, is it curvature? Are you lengthy? Are you round? Are you short? Are you stocky? Are you toned? Are you big?
Girl, it's curvy. It's thick. It's thick
Ooh.
with double C's.
Double C, she said.
I need triple C's.
And what is the complexion upon your skin that you are rocking?
My skin tone is going to be a dark agate color, so like the color of the mixed color of an agate amethyst. So
Uh-huh.
it's there's dark shades of purple. So a dark shade purple skin. So it
Okay.
allows the light colors like her hair and her eyes to be shown more, and depth in her body line as well. Um, for for uh for her skin from being there, she does. What about just the body, or is there more to it?
You can add it to the body. I just want to know the color of the
Oh,
skin.
snow, fine sand. So I guess her features are very majestic.
Mm-hmm.
Like one look, you're hypnotized. So she has elegant features.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the color, I guess, in cooling color of like if they're talking about ashes and like bodies and whatnot, her hair would be a this same color as her eyes, but with more shading into it.
Mm.
So like dark highlights from the bottom and light from the top.
So
And
you're if I'm getting this correctly, like you're like there's different shades of purple that are basically all around you.
yes,
Okay, that's actually pretty cool. And what is the attitude like?
um, very charismatic, so very uplifting, very loving, but also comes off very dominant in a way that's I'm a family friend,
Uh-huh.
so if you disrespect my friends, I'm gonna get very ogre like. I'm gonna get mean. I'm gonna get very
Mm.
aggressive.
Okay, okay. I dig it. I dig it. Els, what type of clothes is Vastia rocking?
Vastaya.
Ooh,
Daya.
fashionista, styled out, huh?
No, that's her name. Her name is
Oh,
Vastaya
Vastaya.
Viconia.
Vastaya. Okay,
Yeah.
what type of clothes are like is Vastaya rocking? Are they very baggy? Are they very like ordinated? Or how are they? How are you rocking these?
Basically, I'm wearing dark red armor with a golden glow inlay with a dark red, yeah, a dark red armor
Mm-hmm.
with golden glow inlay
Ooh, okay, okay.
with with crimson red sigil symbols embroidered in the stitching as well as the plating.
Ooh.
Damn, okay, okay. And what are your eyes like? Or, and here's a fun fact: how many eyes do you have? Giants can have either one or three, and two eyes. I'm curious.
I have 3 eyes.
That's so cool.
Okay, three eyes. Are they all the same color, or are they all different colors?
Yes, they're all the same color.
And what color is that?
A fiery golden knight.
Ooh, okay, okay. And you're this giant demon-like creature. What's your body like? Are you big and muscular? Are you just a
I
tall, lean
am
build?
I am broad, tall, sturdy, and thick, and can bench press a dragon.
Damn.
Oh damn.
Oh, damn. And your skin color, are you more giant color, which is very like beige, or is the full demon? Are you full red skinned?
Actually, I am obsidian purple with crimson red marks etched in my
Ooh,
skin.
badass, badass. And what is the attitude? What attitude is this character giving?
Well, since I am of the Order born, I am an angel and a caregiver slash protector and very free spirited,
Mm.
and can also seduce men with one look.
Okay, okay. So you are a very outgoing, um, religious person. I dig it. I dig it. Very very Sunday school teacher style.
Indeed.
Um, Kiba,
Hello.
what clothes are you rocking, bud?
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I got on a dark flowing mage coat with
Okay.
silver embroidery resembling twin moons and swirling winds.
Ooh, okay.
I rock some fingerless gloves. I got some practical boots.
Ooh,
Um, a high collared scarf for like half mystique, half for like hiding my emotion.
nice.
And I have a half moon pendant gifted by my sister.
Ooh,
It glows when she's in danger.
and what color eyes are you rocking?
I am rocking some nice orange eyes, like these burnt orange. Would that be like an auburn type of? Yeah, I think it's like an auburn color.
Auburn, maybe even golden or yellowy.
Burnt
Yeah,
sienna.
boom, that's the one. That's the color I'm thinking about. Perfect. Burnt sienna.
um,
Let's see.
Dope, nice. What is your body type like? Are you like a tall, muscular build? Are you athletic? Are you a bit tanky? Are you a bit short? Are you a bit tall? Are you thin?
I'm about 5'8". I have a lean and agile type of build. Um, think like a dancer or like a archer type of build.
Okay, very like
Um,
strong core,
yeah,
abs.
there you go. Yep, six pack. You already know.
And
um,
what skin color is are you rocking out, or fur color? Since I'm assuming since you are a wolf person.
so it's like I have half like fur like on my arms and legs, but
Mm-hmm.
like for the rest of my body, like it's like regular skin. So it
Uh,
looks like a dark brown, and then like the fur color is like white,
okay.
and I have long flowing white hair and like white wolf ears.
Nice, nice. And what's your attitude like?
My attitude, how would I describe it? It's like so I'm like kind of reserved and like reflective. Like I like to sit back and think about like what the next move is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm protective of like the people I care about. I'm super empathetic. So I like to sit down and be like, "Hey, are you okay? What are your thoughts in this moment? I got your back."
Nice. So you're very caring. You're very reserved but caring at the same time.
Exactly. I'm
Nice.
a little skeptical in different situations, depending on like, can we really trust this guy or like he seems kind of shady. I'm not sure if we trust him.
Okay,
Let's try a
okay.
different guy, but I'm
Nice.
hopeful too.
All right. Stony, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, my lovies. What clothes are you rocking?
So, due to my innate nature of my fun girl, I've decided can I just describe my character without going through the like steps the way that I'm still gonna hit all the steps, but can I like
Yeah.
describe?
Give us the rundown.
So, my character is a fun girl. What that means is I am a mushroom. I specifically decided to pick a species of mushroom to base my fun girl off of, which that is the inky cap mushroom.
Mm.
In fact, the name that I chose, at Atramentaria Coprinopsis, if you switch those two words, that is a scientific name for an inky cap mushroom.
Oh,
Um,
mushroom looks
she,
dope.
yeah. So I did send a picture in the side chat, but my goal with her was she doesn't wear clothes. Her her clothes. If she were to, because of the ooze, she has this poisonous ooze that is constantly secreting from her inky cap. Because of that, she doesn't like to wear clothes because it's just going to stain her as it leaves this black residue on her skin. So her clothes quite literally are the ooze that secretes from her mushroom. Her eyes are these glowing, eerie white, almost full moons that peek through the inky tendrils that drip from her cap, and all you see are those. There is no real. There's a mouth, but because of the ooze, because her face is right under her cap and right where all of it kind of secretes down, she's just this. It's almost like this black shadow. It's just the eyes. That's all you really see. Even when she speaks, it's all just darkness and blackness. Her body itself is very slim, fragile, and frail. It is a sponge like mushroom stem consistency. It is easy to break, it is easy to chip off. But don't worry, it grows back. It's fine. So she does, like, if she were to break off a finger, that finger will grow back in a period of time. Same thing with like a limb and things like that. Uh, However, if like her whole cap was to be removed from her head, that is her consciousness. That is where her main of her organs are. That is her being. So if you were to remove the cap from the head, it would effectively kill me. Her body underneath all of that ooze is a pale, like white ash. However, it has this black layer of like residue, so that white ash looks almost like dirty gray, almost like if you were to not wash white walls for like 10 years and just like have it be covered in black dirt. Almost soot. Soot's the right color. It's like a soot covering. And her attitude itself is very shy and reserved, almost very calm and cool and methodical. She talks in a very slow and raspy voice. She doesn't speak to be heard. You either hear her or you don't. Type of vibe. She doesn't really care for connections, but does at the same time. It's a curse of the fact that she's deals with the sickness that is slowly eating away at the strength of her body. She's being slowly poisoned by her own poisonous tendrils. Also, she cannot be touched. You cannot touch her. Do not touch her.
No touchy.
No touchy.
No touchy.
The poison is spores. The ink itself, the ooze itself, is poisonous, and that is spores that will seep into your skin and can cause a myriad of sicknesses.
I was gonna say, is it like poison, like death poison, or is it more like psychedelic? Can I go like LSD trip type joint?
So it will do poison damage.
Okay.
Should you not succeed. However, I am also, this will be later on, so I'll get into that. There's mechanisms to where, let's say one of my party members were accidentally to touch me. I have the ability to help, if that makes sense. So like,
Okay.
but there's also another mechanism with my ooze that we'll get into later on after we go through. But yeah,
Sounds
Nice.
good.
that all fits in with my description because my ooze is a part of me.
Okay. That sounds awesome. I love the in depth that we're going into these characters, and I love that each and every one of you is like really pouring a lot into. I can't wait to get more into it, and we're gonna actually get more into it right now. If you guys click the next box over, which is answer background questions, I'm going to start asking you guys background questions. Feel free to unleash the pen. Or if you feel like you have an idea but you don't know how far you want to take it, let me know the general synopsis of it so that way we have an idea what your character is going. And we're gonna start with Amy. What did
Amy. sorry. I'm here. I meant to say I'm here.
You're good. What is your first background question asking you?
What did you do that made the people in your community wary of you?
What did you do? Give us the background. Give us what did you do, Amy?
Well, started when I was created in dirt. It was nice for a while, then the humans destroyed my lands and I wandered into the dark side. I behold myself was starving and behold my boobies were not effective because I have load magic and I couldn't aphrodisia affect the man. So I stole about 5 apples and some bread and I pushed him on the ground and told everyone that they're stinking gums and I ran away into my little hole to eat. And they all hate me because I stole food from them because they wouldn't help me.
That's pretty
valid.
cool. What the next question? What is it? Is it what mentor taught you?
What mentor taught you to control your untamed magic and why are they no longer able to guide you? Oh, Could you give me some lists on a mentor for a sorcerer?
It doesn't even need to like. Like for example, we can even change the word untamed magic. Who taught you how to be a seductress? Who taught you how to to show the goods and get the men riled up and be under your control? Did someone teach you that? Or we can stay with a magic option.
Um, I was taught by my mother, who was also a crystal dark elf succubus.
Mm-hmm.
And she taught me the ways mentored me on how to tame my magic. They are no longer guiding me because she was killed by the humans that took our beautiful land.
Oh,
Oof.
damn. Uh, you have a deep fear you hide from everyone. What is it and why does it scare you?
I'm my deep fear is to be abandoned again.
Mm.
And it is because I watched my whole village burned and I was the last survivor, and not humankind did not like me or what I look like. And it scares me that even how friendly and kind that I am, even if I'm scary and I come off very intense and dominated, I want to be cherished because I cherish everything when I am alone.
Oh my god.
The world and you don't love me. Why?
That's an inner voice that's coming out right there. That's
Valid.
the character's inner voice. Um
Sorry, I'm forcing my cat to love me right now.
that's
I
fine.
want to force my cat to love me too. You love me, let me inspire me, you
Els,
filthy bitch.
you're next.
Smoking guns.
Hold on one moment.
Huh?
She said, "Hold on one moment." They
Okay.
said,
I'll
"Hold
go.
on one moment."
Okay.
I'll
Perfect.
go.
Okay, Stony, what did you do that made people in your community wary of you?
But that's not my things.
Oh,
Those
you
are
have
my
different.
background
You have different
questions.
ones.
Yeah, I have different
Oh,
ones.
sure. Oh, yeah. Go, please, please go.
So mine is, why was the community you grew up in so reliant on nature and its creatures?
Okay.
We believe we are the connection between being and plant. We rely on our ability to connect and communicate with all in order to maintain economy and overall peace. My next one is, who was the first wild animal you bonded with and why did your bond end? Trigger warning, this is going to get sad. Um A white rabbit that I accidentally poisoned with my own touch. I spent an entire month trying to find a cure, eventually being unsuccessful and leading to me wanting to know all toxins to never let this happen again.
Tell me about the rabbits, George.
I just wanted the rabbit.
Your next question?
um so I did think about this,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought this was honestly kind of interesting. So it's, who has been trying to hunt you down? What do they want from you? My overprotective and controlling father, who forbade me from becoming an adventurer due to my
Health.
health. I had run away in the dead of the night, leaving nothing but a note. I can sometimes hear him reaching out via our ancestral link, but I work hard to keep to ignore him. I fear he's getting closer.
Mm. Interesting. Nice, nice. I like that. Does your father have a name?
Hey, chat, can someone please help me spell intimidated? Like, she's coming off very intimidated. Anyone please spell that in the
Write it,
chat for
chat. Come
me?
on, don't be lame.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
Oh, I wasn't muted. You could hear me. I'm so sorry. I was
you're
talking
good.
to everybody
I
over.
think it's funny. Cinder.
Yep.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm ready.
Oh, you're ready now, Els. Okay, I was gonna give you a little bit more time. If you're ready, let's go.
Thank you.
All right. Which god did I devote myself to, and what incredible feat did they perform in a moment of desperation? So the god I chose to worship was the god of grace, Zaria. What feat she helped me in was when I was very young, they saved me from being crushed in a cave-in of a tunnel. From her light and her love and grace, she held me in her arms and told me, "Be still, child. I shall help you and guide you to safety."
Do you want to see the god that you just picked?
Yes.
I will keep in mind, technically, all gods are agender, so they go by any pronouns. Um, but this is Zariel.
You asked me what my father's name is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Um, so he's based off of a Satan's bolete,
Uh huh.
which is a also or the devil's bolete. It's a fungus that's highly poisonous.
I'm gonna look that up.
And
Send the chat. Send the
his
chat.
his name is Rubro Rubro Boletes Satanas. That's my father's name.
I dig it. I
So
love this.
Rubro Boletes Satanas is his name.
Ooh.
Here, I'll send it into the side chat.
But yeah, so the god who saved you, that is the that is the god.
Yes, but to me, they come before me as a lady.
Yeah, they definitely can. They play that game. They're about it like that.
Yeah, and thus from then on, I would devote myself to protect all those who cannot help themselves and make sure no child goes through such a tragedy ever again.
Nice, nice. What's next?
How did my appearance change after taking my oath? Well, for starters, my body got lighter and started having a light golden glow of white light beam from above it. And thus I was able to heal anyone who was hurt or in pain, as well as give people the courage to move forward in life so that they can embrace a new day from then on.
Nice.
And in what strange or unique way do I communicate with my God? I stare upon any flower that oozes elegance and grace. Thus I speak the words, "O Lady of grace and beauty, I beseech you, grant me your voice and wisdom, so that I may be held in your arms and become one as your faithful servant."
Nice. I dig it. I dig it. I love this. I love all of this. Cinder, you're next,
Right?
buddy.
Okay, so for me, my first question was, what did you get caught doing that got you exiled from your home community?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Jeez, I want to
What'd you
hear
pick?
this.
So what I decided to do was I got caught up in the community crime organization. In my home community, there was a crime organization, and in order to be able to make money to survive for me and my wife, I joined, and I got caught by the communities, like essentially like with the police or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
and I was exiled just basically for trying to make a living, even though it was illegal, and illegal living to provide for me and my wife.
Cool. Cool.
And then the second question is, you used to have a different life, but you tried to leave it behind from your past is still chasing you. And I chose the leader of the crime group. He didn't like that I basically I was forced to leave the crime group in order to live a better life, and so he decided to stalk me. And then who from your past were you the most sad to say goodbye to? So being that I was exiled and I had to leave, I had to say goodbye to my wife.
Oh no. That's so sad. What the heck?
I thought it'd be a cool backstory.
That's pretty cool.
I know.
All right, Kiba, you're next, bud.
I have some really big shoes to fill here. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. So First question is, what did you do that made people in your community aware of you? Um, so I was tinkering with high level magic that I
Ooh.
was not ready for, and it ultimately ended up taking my sister's life.
Oh shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
We're going
So in
dark.
the
Okay.
yeah, dog. Yeah, it gets really dark, man. What mentor taught you to control your untamed magic, and why are they no longer able to guide you? So after our parents died,
Mm-hmm.
we were taken in by this local mage. Her name was Lady Ravencroft. She was my guide and mentor, and after I disobeyed her orders by trying to practice the high level magic, she disowned me as a disciple and pretty much kicked us out of her house.
Okay.
And lastly, we have you have a deep fear you hide from everyone. What is it, and why does it scare you? Outsiders finding out that it's my fault my sister isn't technically alive anymore, and it scares me because I know it will change how they view me.
Damn, this is a very Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I'm feeling it.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Nice. And that's everyone, right? Correct for the background questions.
I think so.
Okay. Okay. All right. We're gonna go into the next thing, and it is my favorite about this game. It is choose your experience. So in Daggerheart, you basically choose two experiences. These experiences are something you're naturally good at. The key is to make it a phrase, make it something along the lines of maybe you're really good at being able to tell the prices of things. You can put um, um, I'll take door number 5, and that basically allows you to like be able to appraise everything you see. So that way, if you want to roll you want to use your experiences in a role. For example, let's say you want to use your knowledge and you want to add your experience. You would burn a hope slot and add your experience to it. And I basically determine if your experience is um, if it's concise with that or if it isn't. Like for example, if your experience is you can talk to like you get along with like all canned animals, and you try to talk to a bear, I would probably be like, it's not going to work with the bear, so I wouldn't use that experience. Does that make kind of sense?
Explain it one more time if
Yes.
you could.
Let me use
I'm a little
okay.
confused.
Let me use Stony. You have your experiences, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What are your experiences and explain them?
So I chose Toxin Expert. This is one of those things that I said this will link back to my poison. So because my poison is or because my ooze is poisonous and can poison things, and because I killed the white rabbit that I wanted to keep as a pet, I learned how to be a toxin expert. So I'm able to know, understand, and heal most, if not all, toxins. Um,
Mm,
my other experience is hive mind, and so my ancestral link works with all other mushrooms. I had mentioned back that my ooze, it's on a microspore level to where it can seep into your skin. This is where the various level of diseases come in. It can poison you, it can make you very sick, or I can use it to control you.
gotcha. That's
So
cool.
I'm able um, to a degree, I'm able to take control of something. Obviously, there would be parameters that the DM would put into place. I'd have to
Hmm.
touch them, which is another thing why I say do not touch me, because I cannot, there's no choice for me.
Hmm.
I don't get to choose what happens to you. I either use hive mind or you get sick.
Uh,
and then I have to heal you or find a way to heal you.
Got you.
I wanted to talk with you, my love, and see if there's like a way that I like always have like an antidote to my own poison on me. Is that a thing I can have?
how I
You're
was
muted.
how I was going to do this, and let me kind of explain it for you guys a bit. So, you heard her experiences, correct? You heard how she uses her experiences.
Yeah.
So in a roleplay element, how I would do this, for example, let's say she wanted to craft anti venom or an antitoxin to
Mm-hmm.
a poison that one of you guys had taken by accident. What she would do is she would go, I want to roll for finesse. I'm going to spend a hope
Sorry
slot
about
in.
that. Now we can move on. I was taking care of my grandfather's legs.
Huh?
Yeah.
I was sorry. We can move on. You were probably waiting for me, and I had to go take care of my
No.
grandfather's legs.
Oh, you're good.
That's valid.
I'm kind of I'm right now. I'm explaining how experiences that you make in this game, because you basically make your own experience phrase, how they work
Mm-hmm.
in the game. So, Stony has one where it's basically she is able to find out any toxin. She's able to cure. She's able to. She's knowledgeable in toxins. So how she would
Uh-huh.
use this in the roleplay element is, let's say, Cinder, you got poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what Stony would do if she wanted to find out, okay, he's poisoned. Can I figure out what poison it is? I'm like, yes. Roll me a finesse check or a knowledge check. She would then
Right.
roll that, but then she would say, hey, you know what? My experience is I'm knowledgeable in toxins. I'm gonna burn a hope slot and add my experience to that. Her experience is a +2. That means on top of her roll, whatever she gets, she also adds +2 to that roll to help her succeed. And if the roll is high enough, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you definitely know this because you are an expert, and you can craft. You can craft an anti toxin for Cinder to save his life. You can do that. That is what experiences usually. That's how they're used in this game. So, for example, Amethyst, you wanted to be able to like essentially like not hypnotize men, but like seduce men, correct?
Yes.
I would give you the experience. Let's say you named that experience "All Eyes on Me." That would mean that you would be able to basically not only attract the male gaze, but maybe you can use that in different ways. Maybe you need to distract a man or a guard, who knows. Maybe you need to seduce a noble into bed and get him when he's least expecting it. Basically, that experience would be used in that sense, and it's basically up to you to decide. Hey, you know what? This feels like my experience would come in handy. You would let me know. Hey, can I burn a hope slot and use my experience to get a better role? And I would be like, of course you can.
Honestly, that with you doing that, that was actually pretty good. All eyes on me. I think I'll do that one for as an experience.
Yeah.
Uh,
All of these experiences, they're basically like things that your character is good at. So my recommendation to all of you as you make your experience, the vaguer the
Mm-hmm.
better, because you want to be able to put this into almost anything. Like if one of them was like bookworm, that can be
Mm-hmm.
applicable to anything. You can be That means you can probably be knowledgeable. That means you're probably a fast reader. That means you're probably well read in like certain things. Like the vaguer the better, because now you can apply that to almost anything. If you get too specific with it, you're basically pigeonholing yourself into just one thing.
Except
Gotcha.
for me, because mine literally directly links to a thing that comes out of my mushroom cap.
Yeah. I mean, you're fine to
okay.
I mean, if you want to
Sorry.
keep it
Go
one
ahead.
thing, you definitely can. I'm not going to fight you on that. I just think the vaguer the better, because it's more applicable that way.
Toxin expert, because that's vague in terms of toxin,
Yeah.
and then the hive mind, it's kind of vague, but it makes sense for the tendrils, this ooze. Remember, guys,
Mm-hmm.
do not touch me. You can touch
Truth.
my chair, but you cannot touch me.
That's fair. I have mine
I
too.
I will not touch you. And even if I did, I'm rock. I will not melt.
You might not melt, but you might be poisoned.
Oh, you know what? You know what? You're right. You're right. Right. It's okay. Let me grab this potion right here. 100%
Poison
healed.
beat
I'm
well
good.
any day.
Yeah, if you guys have like living organs, I'm going to say like you can be poisoned.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah,
It
poison
just
beat
seeps
anything
between the
living any
cracks.
day. It seeps through because it's spores. It's live spores, so it seeps through and it finds. So like once it attaches to you, it finds a way into you. Whether it's
Mm,
through a cut on your skin or a hole in your armor or
It's,
like it's like its own like symbiote type of thing.
I was just thinking that too. It's like Venom. That's dope.
Yeah, it's kind of like what I wanted it to kind of be. It's like Venom because the spore it comes from me, but it's made of spores, and spores are its own life form. And so I figured it could be its own like symbiote. It kind of ends up finding its way to get to you. And if I want to use it, I can. If I don't, I don't. It's still gonna make you sick.
I'm gonna throw in some little nerd knowledge right now. So there's an actual symbiote called Sleeper. That's pretty much kind of just like that. It is
I
so
love it.
cool.
Also, I can like fling my ooze if I wanted to.
Dope.
Oh,
Nobody
projectile.
is safe. Nobody is fucking safe.
Okay, I'm going to ask each of you kind of like what you're kind of thinking, and we can probably like get a phrase out
Oh,
of it.
I got my two.
All right, Cinder, what or who is that? Kiba or Cinder?
Kiba.
All right, Kiba, what are your two experiences?
So my first one is called Pack Guardian. So since I'm not like the Katari, which are cats, and you
Yeah,
know how cats like to be more on their own and do their own thing.
yeah,
Dogs and we're pack animals.
yeah.
So yeah, the Canary are all about being together and protecting one another. But since I kind of got exiled from my pack, you guys are my new pack.
Nice,
So
nice.
yeah, it's my job to protect you guys.
That's
Um,
that's cool. Like that's applicable to like anything. Like for example, let's say someone's in a bar fight, and you want to say, "Hey, can I get in front of that fight? I have what did you say it was called? Head of the pack."
Pack
Pat
Guardian.
Guardian.
Pat Guardian. You can basically also like let's say it's like okay, you have to make an agility to see if you can like get in the middle before the fight starts. You say I'm Pat Guardian, so like it's my instinct to always protect my pack. I'd be
I'll
like,
need you to know. Sorry.
I'm listening.
Wait a minute.
what do you say?
I laughed because I literally legitimately pictured Pac-Man in like the Kirby like knight like the like the armored
Meta
Kirby
Knight.
suit.
Yeah,
Meta Knight, yeah, the Meta Knight suit. Thank you. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember the name. I pictured Pac-Man in like a Meta Knight-esque like Guardian suit, but like Spartan styled. I
Okay.
don't know. It was
that's
fucking
freaking hilarious. I
hilarious.
like that.
But yeah, like that's kind of like that's like one way you would use like Pat Guardian.
Okay,
Is that
so like, I came up with an effect that came that with it.
uh-huh.
It's like when an ally is targeted by like a despair triggering action, and I'm like I'm like in like close range. I can mark like a stress to intercept or like share the effect, in like narrating how the instincts kick in to properly protect my pack.
Okay, okay, I like that. I would like I wouldn't say even have to like mark a stress. I would just say like you would just get that plus two, like is good enough. Did you really want to like kind of lower yourself a bit with it? Did you want to like
No, I'm gonna go with what you suggest.
oh, okay, okay. And then your second
DM's
one?
choice. My second one. So this one kind of workshopping. I'm gonna call like Echo Bond.
Uh-huh.
So this is for like me and my Eidolon type situation.
Yeah.
So because like I like pretty much resurrected my sister back to life in a way, we
Mhm.
just have like an even closer bond as siblings.
Mhm.
So like when my twin is takes damage, and like when she's near me, um I can mark one stress to like immediately move up to like near range towards her and gain advantage on my next roll to protect, heal, or retaliate.
Okay, okay. I dig it. I dig it.
I've had
Um,
like.
I do. There is a little. I would say it's not
Mm-hmm.
instances, but I think that like you have a good ideas of them. I really like your ideas. The difference is like experiences that you can't kind of use them like a spell slot or an action slot.
Oh yeah,
It's more of it's like modifiers.
that's valid.
Yeah. So we can workshop it a little bit. Um,
Okay.
so like you already have a core idea. It's like you just don't have to like do the whole rolling and um uh having to take stresses on stuff. You just
Okay.
can use it. You could kind of just use it plain like that, like for role play aspects.
Oh, that's what's up. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like for example, you would just use it in role. Like say you could like maybe it'd be like shared mind. You'd
Okay.
be able to use your doll as kind
Mm-hmm.
of like your other eyes. So
Mm-hmm.
then like for example, if I'm like, okay, I want you to roll instinct, I would say you would get it like you're like, oh, I have this. I have my familiar, my sister familiar. So I'm more aware than normally. I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's a +2 for your experience.
Have you seen Shaman King?
Yes.
I guess like I just realized I'm kind of like Faust.
Okay. So you are like Faust and Eliza.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, like the more you like, you sort of like, oh, it's like a doll. I'm like, oh, you know what? That's fire. I like that.
Okay, I like that. So yeah, so it'll be like that. Like for example, let's say you needed to like distract somebody, you could use her. You'd be like, I want to be able to use this shared mindset to like retain information that she has from this. Maybe someone's talking to her and she's just listening.
Hmm.
You'd be able to listen to it. She would be. You can basically use her like if she's just a doll and leave her
Hmm.
like at a table, and you
Hmm.
could be like, can I use my finesse or like my instinct or presence to hear what she's hearing? And I'd be like, okay, that's
Hmm.
fair. That's yes, you can, and you get a +2 on that roll to see if you can hear because now she's hearing for you essentially.
I dig that. I dig that a lot.
Um, Sweet.
Do you think she can talk, or do you think like she's mute? 'Cause, like
Um,
I gave her like a whole personality and everything.
you could yeah. I would say it could be kind of very Edo Tensei kind of where
Okay.
like they have kind of a will, but
Yeah.
it's like a piece of a personality, not necessarily like the whole soul.
Got you.
Okay,
Okay.
nice. Your experiences are dope. Next, Cinder, do you have experiences?
Yes.
What are they?
So I did con artist and quick hands.
Nice. Okay, okay. So is con artist like what? Just being able to like bullshit?
No, con artist I want to say is more like okay, let's say I need to go into a shop and
Yeah.
I need equipment and the store owner is like trying to give me certain prices. I can I guess haggle with him to get um stuff either for free or at a cheaper price and basically con him out of like giving me stuff
Okay.
at a better rate.
But yeah, and you can also even use it vice versa. You can sell very horrible items to make a quick
Yes.
buck.
Yes.
Cinder Maze here with a special TV offer. And what was your second experience? Quick hands.
So I did quick hands, kind of like with the rain blades. If I have like, or kind of like the grappler, or the I can be able to use my weapons faster if I'm like in like if we're in the middle of the fight and I need to be quick with it. I can be able to can just kind of just throw it and So yeah.
Okay, so it would basically be like in like a combat scenario, or like say someone's attacking you, you're
Mhm.
you need to make like a quick escape. Um you can just real quick hit that grapple gun.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Um yeah, that's dope. Amy, do you have two experiences that you're thinking of? I know I gave you one already.
Yes, we are taking the one for the first experience, all eyes on me,
Mhm.
hypnotizing enemies to distract. So oncoming attacks or comings of planning attacks with your teams to help the team to verbalize the the format of how we play on the map. So if we come and experience of, say, we get ambushed by, I don't know, 5 men, and I'm the only one back, I'll be able to hypnotize them, and you guys can like do whatever you want to them, like kill them, whatever type shit. My
That's fair.
second one my second one is Divine Grace. Basically, I'm healing my allies. If this is possible, if this is allowed, if not, I will change it. Healing my allies' health to the max and increasing their strength.
You can't because that is a spell technically.
Okay.
You could do like in what do you call it? What do when you preach grace, where like for example you want to
Inspiration.
yeah, it's like kind of like bardic inspiration. Well, the hope system is kind of like bardic inspiration. But you can do preaching grace where like um you can basically like for example you want to finesse or maybe you want to use a presence role and you're like I want to be able to enrich that person or I want to be able to like not hypnotize but like change their mind. I want to be able to like make them see the error of their ways. You could have okay I'll be like okay roll a presence check and then you get a +2 because you're trying to like maybe appear to their more vulnerable side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
maybe
so you want. Go ahead.
oh what I was saying was like it would basically kind of I mean it would be basically you like maybe you want to like try to like try to save a life like how to save a life or some shit like that where you like you could like not necessarily talk people down the ledge but like, you can kind of make people turn like see the error of their ways like maybe there's a bad guy you want to try this on like can I try this to see if I can make him switch
So
sides.
purify them, basically.
Yeah, purify them, make them switch sides. Maybe they want to fight for you.
Okay, well, so I can change it. I can keep the name from Divine Grace, but have it as um, having the enemy change sides to help you, basically.
Yeah, like yeah, you can convince people. Maybe you're you appeal to their better nature, that kind of stuff.
Got you. Yes, got it.
Okay,
Writing it down.
Els, are you ready?
Yes.
What are your experiences?
My experience, my first one will be Unbreakable Wall. Basically, when an attack hits me, I am able to deflect it back, and thus the attacker is not able to hit me or in a chance damage me for the first 3 turns.
That's again, those are like an action moves. It has to be something in like kind of like involving the role play aspect. Like Unbreakable Wall would be, like for example, um, let's say you wanted to like hold a door, or like say like there's a horde of creatures coming at you, and you need to like hold them all off. I would say okay, Unbreakable Wall would be like you would roll a strength check, and then you'd add 2 to like that. That's what it would kind of like refer to. Like that's how it would be working experience wise. Do you understand?
Okay. How about I change that?
Because I like the idea of Unbreakable Wall. It sounds cool. I like that a lot. You would just basically it would be like you can apply that to like a different things. You can apply like for example, let's say you have to keep somebody from like attacking a party member, or let's say somebody's rushing you. You could like hold them off, like grapple wise, kind of. Like basically, in that you wouldn't necessarily be able to fight them. Like you're not gonna get like okay, I'll be able to get +2 hit on that. But let's say you want to be able to like hold them in place, or maybe like keep them grappled, or keep their attention on you. You would roll a strength check, but you would also get a +2 because that experience could apply to that scenario.
Yeah, let's go with that.
So we'll keep the name. It's a very dope name, and it's very applicable for different things because you can use it to like maybe you have to hold the gate that's gonna fall down, and you have to hold it to keep the party members so that way everyone gets out safe.
Hold the line.
Yeah, hold the door. uh,
As for my second one, I have Mother's Healing Melody. Uh, Basically, in that one, when when my party members are almost dead, basically 1 HP,
Uh-huh.
I sing Mother's Healing Melody, a song that heals them, not all the way, halfway. Think of it like a short rest, thus only reclaiming some of their hit points back. The healing effect doesn't last, it only lasts for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, so that that's still tough because that's still technically like a spell, and the experiences are basically are supposed to be like more applicable to like the role play aspect of the Daggerheart.
Okay, how about this? This was my second one. Incredible strength.
Huh?
Incredible strength.
Okay.
Basic.
That could be used anything. Like I guess you can use incredible strength for like maybe you have to lift up like I don't fucking know like 5 barrels. Maybe you're trying to impress a chick. Maybe you're trying to show off that you can maybe you need to throw a brick very far. That's what it would be
Bas-
applied to.
We're gonna throw a rage
basically,
ring and carry the kegs.
yeah, I'm basically able to like lift a boulder and also keep a woman in check if
Oh
needed
god
be.
damn. Easy.
Fire.
Easy Ven Rames.
I mean, if I want to keep a woman in her bed, then I need to use that incredible strength to make sure them hands don't go anywhere.
God
That's
damn.
valid.
So yeah,
Ooh,
that
yeah,
that's
right.
that's what it would be applied to, like incredible strength. Like let's say someone's like there's a boulder, like somebody trapped you guys in a prison cell and they put a boulder in front of it. And you're like, can I move the boulder? I'm like, you damn sure can. You have incredible strength. So add a 2 to your strength. Yeah, you're gonna fucking hopefully push that boulder out of the way.
And if I'm lucky and we're just resting and I see, well, a passerby that it looks very attractive to me, I could use some of that incredible strength to break the fourth wall.
Yeah, you shoot it, do it, break the fourth wall, break any wall. So does that make who's left? Did we go through everybody?
Cinder, did you do yours?
He did.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's all the experiences. Did you guys have like more of a question about them? Because I know you guys were kind of like making them more like skills when it's more...
Sorry, yeah. I just want to make sure that my experiences like the All Eyes on Me and Divine Grace is okay for those names. If not, I will change them to a different name. Like Divine Grace, not All Eyes though, because that was pretty good when you said it.
If you feel like there's a term or a phrase that better fits that narrative, you can kind of go for that. It's up to you.
Okay. Then that's
Could I
about it then.
actually could I actually change incredible strength to like a different name so it sounds more in tune with my race?
Yeah, you could put what was it? Handsome Devil, and it could be something like when people are around you, or like maybe when when people are around you looking at you, you tend to like you tend to be a little bit more stronger, kind of like when you're at the gym and then a hot girl passes by and then you're suddenly lifting like 20, 40, or 80 times more than you normally do.
I love that.
How about bulk up?
Yeah, that works too. I like that.
A lot of
Bulk
these,
up makes me think of Pokemon.
a lot of these names sound like stand names.
Cherry on top.
I'm really laughing because I'm not. I feel like these could all be stand names.
They can definitely be stand names. Handsome Devil is definitely a stand name.
Is it really?
I could see it definitely being one.
Okay.
I mean, I can handsome your devil.
Handsome your devil.
Yeah.
All right.
I changed the name
guys,
from
we're-
Divine Grace to Eyes of Grace.
Eyes of Grace. I like that. Okay.
Eyes over heaven.
3 days grace.
3 days of grace.
3 days grace.
I really did want to put that. I was like, nah, let's not be that.
For it.
3 days of
That's
grace.
fucking awesome. Okay, so we have one more.
I have a question.
One more. Yes, you have a question. What is it?
That's so beast forms. Because I saw that in the game rules. How does
Beast-
that work?
That is for like druids when they like instead of wild shape, which was what they call it in D&D, beast forms is what it's called in this game. So that they would be able to
Ah,
turn into like
Yeah,
a
beast
creature.
form.
oh, that's cool.
Bestiality.
So that's why if you look in the side chart and you can see my little character, you'll see that there's this glowing orb on the wheelchair. That's
Mhm.
actually my inventory. Um,
Oh.
so when I go into beast form, my armor fuses in with me. However, my wheelchair it has a similar sentience in the sense of like it knows who its owner is. It follows me, and my inventory sticks on with it. And so
Okay.
I can as a level one. Can you stop trying to eat plastic, bro? Sorry, cat.
They love choking on that
Um,
plastic.
as a
You don't want
level
that.
one, I have a select option of like select few options of like animals I can be, like a spider, a fox, a mouse, a weasel, an eel, fish, or an octopus,
Hmm.
a cat, dog, or a rabbit.
Cat dog.
Dog,
Cat
cat,
dog.
dog.
God, that was such a classic cartoon.
Right?
Yeah,
I miss it. I really do.
I
I do have a question though about the cat dog thing. How would they shit?
Bruh,
They I
they're hairballs.
yeah, right. Is it hairball? They indigestion. That's what they have.
actually, funny enough, um, there's the thing that happens in real life. If you okay, I saw this video. Apparently, if you were not able to poop or like fart,
will come
and
out
your
the opposite end.
Yeah.
it'll come out your mouth, yeah.
It
I
Oh
will
was like,
literally start
I was
no!
shitting out
like,
of your mouth
Yeah.
into
That
eh?
is. We
your.
just watched a house episode about that.
Tragic.
Ew.
It's tragic.
Okay, we're almost done, guys. We're
Well,
almost done creating characters.
hmm,
We are going to get to the next box, which is create connections. Now, this is pretty cool too. I am going to give you guys a choice. We have two choices here. You guys can have been at least an adventuring party or just a party of a group together for around about a month, or you could have a longer withstanding friendship with another member of the group. You guys get to pick. Um, what are you guys feeling?
Group together.
I choose the second option.
Choose one person. You said group together. Um, what are you guys thinking?
Can
Well,
you,
Ugh, this is a
y-
hard one. I can't decide.
can
oh,
you
I already know who. I already know who chose me.
can you explain it one more time again? I'm not quite
Oh,
understanding
okay.
the great
So,
connection.
because creating connections is a way for you guys to be, it basically helps the role play aspect of the game by you
Mhm.
having um, deeper connections with members of your party. So, in order
Okay.
for us to kind of have it more spread out,
Mhm.
I'm giving you guys two options. So, the first option is basically you guys have been an adventuring party for about a month. That gives you guys at least enough time to have made very semi deep connections with each other, allowing
Right.
which will allow you to ask three each of these questions to one person of the group at the very least.
Okay.
The second option is you've at least known one member of the party for a lot longer. So we'll say about 6 months to a year. So then all these questions will only be applicable to that one person in the party. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes.
So you can either have like a quick small semi connections with at least three people of the group, or you can have a very strong bond with one person of the group.
Mm.
I am gonna go with the first one.
Okay, so first one, you and Sony said the first one. Elle said the second one. What are you guys thinking?
I'm going option number one, fam.
All
I
right,
vote for one.
Cinder,
I
I
would
think you're the
say
tiebreaker.
connections with like uh each like individually like three more people.
Okay, So I'm going to ask you guys. Ask you guys. Okay, pick the person that you want to ask the question, and they're gonna answer for you. So we're gonna start with Stony. Ask your first question to a person.
Can I go last, please?
Of course.
I'm in too much pain.
Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry. You kind of been sporadic, so I wanted to make sure that when you do have energy, that I'm getting you in there. Amethyst, you go
Okay.
first.
Am I just asking the questions I have seen right in front of me?
Yeah, you just ask
anyone?
them to any of them.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask. Shit, man, this is it's fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna get in character. I'm gonna get in character. Okay.
Okay.
Papi, what did I do that makes you cautious around me?
I'm not a character in this. I'm just the GM.
Nope, he's God.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know that. My bad.
Yeah,
Then
I wasn't making a character.
I'm gonna make Stony the last question, so she's not going right now for the question I'm asking her. So I'm sorry, I have to look at your name
Yeah, you're good.
without oh my goodness, I'm dyslexic. Um Pena, Pana?
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
I'm trying to say her name and I don't want to say
Eleusinia?
Eleusinia. Thank you. Oh my
You
god.
can say Els.
Els, is that okay? I'm so sorry.
Yes, it's fine, my dear.
Oh, I love your voice. You soothe me.
Oh, how sweet.
What do we keep our shared past a secret? Why do we keep our shared past secret?
Well, we did have some difficult issues when we were involved with one another. So it was a bit difficult to say the least, but I guess we don't speak of it because one of us found a different companion that was more uplifting than the other, if I had to
Spicy.
guess.
That's spicy.
And am I writing this in my thing?
Yeah, so you would write
Okay.
Mine and Elle's shared secret is we used to have a thing and it just didn't work out. We were incompatible or something.
Okay, got you. That's short. Thank you. That's actually
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry,
still
my dear, but
no, don't worry. I'm
That was
sorry that I
epic.
wasn't strong
I'm
enough for
sorry,
you.
my dear.
I love it.
I will think about you every day, though.
No, it's not that you weren't strong enough, my dear. It's just you didn't bring enough to the table or the bed.
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
You know you are right. It wasn't enough, but if you see me now, I think you might drool for me. But it's all in the past. Am I right?
Oh,
Okay.
I would take you up on that option, but I can't leave the person I've dedicated myself to.
You can ask the second
I
question
will.
to another person.
Okay, I
Oh my
got you.
God.
I'm getting all in character. Second question. This is for you, Cinder.
I knew it. I knew it.
What did I do that makes you cautious around me?
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with your ability to seduce. Because I'm afraid that you would try to seduce me.
That's valid.
That's valid. Oh my God. Where are these sounds coming from? I need to know.
Yeah.
It's the wife. She's hitting
I
on it.
apologize. I love my soundboards.
No,
I
no,
literally
that's
pay for
fire.
Nitro for the soundboards.
That's
Fucking
so
love that.
cool.
So I don't know if you heard my entrance sound.
I did.
It-
I did. Oh, that was
Yeah.
fire. Yeah. Yeah.
What are you, stoned?
Oh, yeah.
Generally, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a ton of like sound words. I even created a server. It's like I have a server specifically just to add soundboard sounds to it.
I didn't even know this was a thing in Discord. Thank you for teaching me this.
You fight those berries! It should have been me, not him!
Yes, that one.
It's not fair!
I've used that one for a meme.
We've all have.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
No!
Oh no! Hey no!
Okay, Emma, do you have the last question for Stony?
I'm alive enough.
Amethyst?
You are muted.
Sorry, I'm being dyslexic and trying to spell seduce.
Yeah, it's SEDFRDDDA.
Whoa, hold on, okay. One at a time and please slow. Holy shit.
It is pronounced SEDUCE.
Seduce.
Thank you. Okay, sorry. I'm slow. You want me to seduce you now? Wow, the wind's blowing in my hair. I feel a breeze, and it's not me.
How about I seduce you while my fingers are still on your skin?
Be careful.
You've reached
it is
your
pretty
limit on
sharp.
talking.
It is crystal.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm
That's
dying.
my favorite thing in the world.
I'm talking.
Did you
Shut
have
the fuck
the
up.
final question for Stony Amethyst?
Oh yes. Thank you for keeping me in fuck line. Fuck. Stony. Stony. This is for you, my love.
Yes.
Why do you trust me so deeply?
Could be because of that necktie and harness.
So I'm not very good at talking to people because, frail and broken, and I really adore your ability to just kind of like command a room.
Oh, dude, my toes are curling. My toes are curling. I accept that. I'm putting that down now.
Nice, that's
Oh,
cute.
my
I like
toes
that.
are curling. Oh,
I like that too. My
Why are
toes
you
curled
gay?
when she said that. No joke. I gripped my carpet.
What up,
let's go
baby?
with Kiba. Kiba, ask your questions to the three people.
Ooh. Okay. Cool. Let me think. Cinder.
Yep. What's up?
Brody, why do you trust me so deeply?
I would say I would have to trust you. Oh no, I don't.
You don't trust me. Oh no.
No, it's not that I don't, cause I do. I just haven't thought about that.
You haven't thought about trust?
It could be anything.
I'm a very distrusting person, if I'm being honest. But something about you just have a very trusting energy to you. So
Yeah,
I dig that. I dig
that's
that.
perfect. That works. The horny bunk.
The bonk. The bonk.
Cause
I'll
I
play it.
have $30,000 in
And
credit
credit
card.
card debt. Hey!
Oh.
Thank you for that. That has made my night.
Grab my ears while you fuck my butt. Yup.
I love you guys.
Amethyst, I got one for you.
Oh, yes.
What did I do that makes you cautious around me?
Give me your nuts.
That's what happened. You gave her your nuts.
The old baby grabbing.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. I just have the best timing for these.
What made me cautious around you?
Yeah.
I gotta really think about this one.
That's
I wasn't
valid.
expecting. I wasn't expecting to be picked. Actually, I was just rolling off the dice. You know, I was just going for it, handballing it.
Twaiter!
I would say how I became cautious. The right reason why I became cautious around you is how easily it is to seduce you, and you would do anything, I would say. And as me having a really kind heart, I did not want to switch and did the opposite of what I wanted you to do. So I have to be very cautious around you with my aphrodisia effect because you're a man, obviously.
That's valid. That's valid. I live in horny jail. It'd be that way.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Let me think. Let me.
She's
think.
pulling her clock out.
Rock out.
I need one that says "Dicks out for Harambe."
I need one. No, I was just thinking
Dicks
that.
out for Harambe.
Crazy.
This is the
BRB, and I'll add it to my
this
my
is the mind
server real
this
quick.
is the mind meld. This is what happens. We're all starting to think alike.
It's also that we're all like super like neurodivergent.
That's facts.
I'm infinity. I can go anywhere. Wink, wink.
Else.
Yes,
Oh,
sugar.
shit. Hold on.
Why do we keep our shared past a secret?
Well, that should be very obvious to you, considering you're the one who almost tried to kill my mother.
Oh damn!
Ooh.
God, it was one time.
I like that. That backstory is interesting, girl. That's tea.
That's
I don't care if it was one time or 10. You came out of nowhere. It was just me and my mother. We were having a pleasant day, just shopping and being us girls. But then all of a sudden, you had to come out of nowhere from some back alley, running like you had the fucking fire of the hells after you. And then after that, you literally done tried to take her hostage, just then slitting her throat. I had no choice but to not trust you after that.
That is a
I
fun way.
don't even trust you now.
That's a fine way to meet a friend.
I'm a lot of things. I'm a lover. I'm a swindler. Never thought I'd be a murderer.
That makes sense why you and I get along so well.
That's valid.
And had you killed my mother, you would have been a dead one too.
Ooh,
That's oh,
that is valid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have made sure I used that incredible strength to completely plunge your ass down a fucking sewer hole and destroy
shit.
it.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Batista bomb.
God damn.
forget 6 feet under. I'm 20 feet under. I'm dead. Oh no.
Okay. Stony, how do you feel?
Mal. Okay. What am I asking? One question per person?
Yes. You pick the persons you want to ask these questions to.
Brain no function. Hold on.
Do 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 do.
She has-
Don't do that. You're gonna make me anxious. I used to play Jeopardy against the TV.
That's so cool. I think we all did that.
I used to win. Leave me alone. King stutter. I'm so sorry. My stutter just like really kicked in. King Kiba.
My name is Jeff.
What
Yes.
animal do I say you remind me of?
A goldfish, perhaps.
Not a goldfish. Maybe the majestic direwolf.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Hold on. Let me just. And making sure to put the majestic part. That is important.
Yes, that's very important.
Um. Cinder.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to debate who I was doing this with. So,
No, you're
Cinder,
good. Yes.
what did you confide
Confide.
confide in me that makes me leap into danger for you every time?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good one. Ooh. Um. Uh. I would say probably you confided your past within me because you trusted me so much that you knew that you could trust me to protect you from harm or
No,
from
I leap into danger for you. So it's
Oh,
something you
okay.
confided into me.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
need that your
Dyslexic, sorry.
grenade for
You're all good.
Oh, well then I guess the reverse from I would say probably I confided in you from my past and you decided to take up for me.
Got it. And Els, since our characters have a connection in the other campaign, I'm going with Amethyst.
All right, that is perfectly fine.
I just wanted you to know that this was deep decision, thought making in process, and 'tis why I went with Amethyst. Okay,
All right, that's fine.
you were tied with Cinder, and like that was what made me choose Cinder. And then I'm like, well, I haven't played with Amethyst either, so yeah. We will have more
It's
times and connections.
that is fine by me.
Amethyst. What
Yes.
affectionate nickname have you given me?
What affectionate name have I given you?
Yeah.
Face destroyer.
one more time.
Destroyer.
I need to hear that again.
I heard Beast
The
Destroyer.
kibble gobbledy.
Sluggy. Sluggy.
Sluggy!
Lucky.
Do you want me to tell you why?
The thigh
Yes.
joker.
I know your character character your character is a mushroom looking like, so the way I look at you and when I see you in battle, you're slugging them enemies. That's my sluggy.
I like
Oh,
that. That's
That's
so
cute.
cute.
That's cute as
that's
shit.
cute.
All right.
Also, I wanted to note, as a group, because I know Atramentaria is fucking hard to say. Either Ataria or Taria works for everybody.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, because I know Atramentaria gives my stutter a bitch. So, like,
All right.
just
Ataria or sluggy?
yeah.
Okay, nice. Els, you're next.
Alrighty, let's see.
I can't stop smiling, dude. I'm having so much fun.
Oh, Kiba.
Hi.
What Sluggy reminds me of?
Why
Oh
do you,
yeah.
Kiba?
Hi.
Why do you keep asking me so many questions about my god?
Theology is just something that really deeply interests me. Uh, Me and my sister kind of didn't grow up with a religion, so just hearing all your fantastical stories about yours, just seemed to interest me.
I see. So that last insult about a grace-giving child was a compliment, then?
Oh, most definitely.
All right, I'll believe that.
Can I just say I love this Southern Belle character that you've crafted for this giant,
I'm
like demon
digging
looking
it.
creature? Like I just see like this very like um what is the word I'm looking for? Like um a bell, like this like southern like demonic looking giant, this giant demonic looking bell.
Well, I thought it'd be best, after all.
I'm digging it.
I love
My,
that they retcon sludge puppy as a racial slur. It's hilarious.
I thought it'd be best since my daddy was from the country of giants, and my mama was from the city of the order. Anywho, let's see. Cinder,
Yes.
what what promise did you make me agree to? Should you die in battle?
Hold on.
Find his wife.
Delete my internet browser.
Oh my god, that's so terrible.
Drown my PC.
I'm sorry. What was the question again? So
What promise did you make me agree to? Should you die in battle?
to always stay loyal.
Ooh,
I see.
that is pretty
And
fire.
what was that loyalty to, if I might ask?
Your love.
Oh, Cinder, you make a girl blush. All right then. Next question. Let's see. Stony, my dear beautiful Stony. You told me to protect one member of our party above all others, even yourself. Who are they and why?
Um, um,
You?
me. Wait, can you ask me the question again?
Of course. You told me to protect one member of our party above all others, even yourself. Who are they and why, my dear? Take your time. It's all right.
Cinder.
E.
I choose Cinder because I resonate deeply with his past, and I feel as though he's a special being that deserves to be protected.
Oh.
I
Oh.
couldn't agree more. Very good girl, Stony.
Okay, next. The topic of the question. Cinder.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, Cinder.
Now, Cinder, be a good boy and tell us what your questions are.
My first one is, what did I recently convince you to do that got us both in trouble, Kiba?
Oh no. You said recently?
Yes,
Uh,
recently.
mm, mm. You made me go to the local tavern, and you said, "Hey, let's try to arm wrestle the locals and see how that goes." You know, just to grab some coin. And yeah, it ended with us being drunk, getting chased out by a mob. It was not a good day.
Oh, I thought you forgot to pay your tab at the brothel.
You know what? You know what?
Damn!
I like that's such a missed opportunity. You know what? I'm gonna take that one. Nah, change it. That's it. That's it right there.
He's a pimp on the side.
That's right. These rings don't lie.
I'm gonna get you pregnant.
Clap, 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 clap.
And then my second question
I'm
is,
listening to all of you while I'm streaming. I also put you guys on my speaker.
This is
So if I'm not talking, it's because I'm listening while I'm also chatting with my stream.
That's
Sorry.
valid.
You guys, I love you guys. I'm having so much fucking fun.
Oh, this is one for the highlights.
What are you doing in my house? I want waffle fries.
Ara.
and then my second question is, what have I discovered about your past that I hold secret from the others? Els.
Give me your nuts.
Well, the thing that you hold from my past that you hide from the others would have to be that you and me were involved while I was involved with Amethyst.
Emotional damage.
And I have to say one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew humans had such big cucumbers.
Oh, my face is so fucking red right now. I'm blushing so hard.
So it's confirmed in game, bro. You're walking with a third leg.
Duh.
And that's from a
Cinder's
giant
always
test.
gonna be my good boy.
Oh, it's funny because that's accurate.
And I thought Cinder was gonna be the cinnamon roll. What have you?
He is. He's just the cinnamon roll with the big the Long Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
he's
I may
emo.
be a giant devil, but I never knew humans carried such large shotguns in their pockets.
This is the best because I know he's so red right now.
Yep.
That's because he's a good boy.
I'm gonna try this one.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking come.
Not.
That's what Cinder said when he shot himself inside me.
Jesus Christ.
That's it.
Lord
have
mercy, I'm about to bust.
I
We
really
get into
tried.
this, and that there's like a secret baby somewhere.
Oh no!
I ship you. I'm so happy.
I love
Okay.
Baby.
This is the best.
I am curious how many children a giant / infernus can have with a human.
That would be interesting.
Pickles and bitches. God
I need to know.
Damn.
What's your third question, Cinder?
God damn.
God damn.
Oh, okay. And then my last question is, who do you know from my past, and how have they influenced your feelings about me, Stony?
Why are you gay?
I'm sorry, ask that again.
Who do you know from my past, and how have they influenced your feelings about me?
That could be many people.
He was married once.
He was married once.
I know your
But
wife.
that doesn't mean he didn't bear fruit afterwards.
Who's Penelope? That's my wife.
Anyways, I've got all you can want here, all you can Deadass, I be smacking bitches.
Other ways to persuasion.
That's funny. That is kind of funny.
By
That
God's light, I smite you!
Imagine that you had the love triangle that is Els, Cinder, and Ame, only for Stony to like be like, but I know your wife.
I know your wife.
Yikes.
You could buy
Hold
like a
them
hooker
down
with that
to the
money.
boy, stop shaking. Hold them
Apparently,
down.
my dick has just been everywhere. Apparently.
You've been exiled, buddy. You've been exiled.
Oh, that is very true.
Dark
That is very
side,
true.
not join it.
Okay. With all that, you guys.
Med 46 is going back to the central hospital.
You guys are now ready to create your character. Hit level up. Make sure it is at 1. Then press character sheet. And you will now have
Pressed.
you will now have your character sheet in front of you, or you should at the very least.
Yep, I'm all good.
Awesome. You guys have your character sheets in front of you. You guys now have Daggerheart character sheets.
Awesome.
Onesie.
Excellent.
Okay.
Holy shit, that looks so fucking cool.
I'm
Right,
I'm going to only briefly talk about this character sheet, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what you guys are doing, so that way next week we just jump straight into the campaign.
Cool.
Bet.
Okay.
Yes.
So-
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so excited.
so, I'm going to explain the system that is Daggerheart real quick in terms of what do you usually roll and how you go about stuff. You guys ready?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. In Daggerheart, it is very similar to D&D, in which we are going to roll dice and we are going to have skill checks. The difference is, instead of rolling a d20 in Daggerheart, you roll 2 d12s. One of this dice represents hope, the other represents fear. See, hope in this game can be used almost for anything. Let's say, for example, you, Amethyst, you're seeing that Cinder is being hit and he needs help. What you can do is, if Cinder makes an agility roll trying to run away, but he's just a little short, you can spend one of your hopes, and then he rolls a d6 on top of his roll, allowing him to meet the goal, allowing him to get away. Let's say, Els, you are watching Kiba try to sneak into a place, but he's being just a little too loud. He's going to fail that check. You do have a hope. You decide, I'm going to spend it, and I'm going to tell Kiba, I'm going to wave him down and tell him to be quieter. You roll a d6. He does. He's able to add that d6 to his already established roll. Let's say one.
Can I just report him to the authorities?
You could,
Oh,
but
wow.
that's cruel.
Damn.
That's cruelty.
Damn.
A lot of
and
I guarantee the only one getting protected here is me.
in Daggerheart, how you get hope is very simple. Let's say you roll 2 dice, and one of their d12s is, let's say the hope dice is 7, the fear dice is 5. That means you add those 2 dice together, you get 12, but you get 12 with hope because hope was the higher number of the dice. You can succeed with hope, and you can also fail with hope. Either way, you still get a hope, and getting hope is like stockpiling, like quick and easy, like bardic inspirations. You can use them anytime and any way. whether it's in battle, whether it's for roleplay aspect. Hell, you use it for your experience. It is quite easy to get hope, but fear, ooh, fear is a lot different. Fear is what the GM, me, uses against you guys. Let's say you guys are walking down a bridge, and I have a fear that I can spend. Let's say that bridge is a little too rickety. I would then use one of my fears and say, the bridge snaps, and you guys all fall into the river, where there's a giant beast waiting for you there. That is what I will use.
It hurts so much, but I do it for Shrek.
Ah, god damn it.
Shrek is life.
That
Shrek
was
is
great.
love.
That was great.
Oh, shit.
I love life.
You gotta come down from all them lands.
I'm sorry, I had to do the
shit.
timing.
That's fine.
That was perfect. No, that was fucking
That was
perfect.
good. That was good. So how the game usually goes is that's what you would roll for anything. Let's say you want to make an attack, you would roll the hope and fear dice, and let's say you succeed with fear. That means you did hurt the enemy, but I still get a fear token. Let's say you failed, but with hope, that means maybe you didn't get to hit the enemy, but you felt so exhilarated that you were like almost able to hit. It gives you a little boost. Then you add a hope. You guys get it?
Not, not the.
What happened?
I don't. What was that?
The
Someone else
fucking-
hear that?
I always hear that.
Fire for me.
God damn it.
I'm gonna fix that.
Never fixing it. So yeah.
They have the batteries for it. They just won't fix it.
Nope. Yep.
That's
It's
true.
lazy.
So what's really cool about Daggerheart 2 is that if you get doubles on anything, let's say you get double sixes, double fives, double ones, double 12s, that is an automatic success. And not only that, you do gain a hope slot. But let's say you have like 3 stresses, you automatically clear all your stresses. Getting criticals are when you get doubles. Doubles are amazing. Double fives, double twos, double ones. Doesn't matter what the double is, it is what you're going for. So that is just the aspect of how to get fear and how to get hope. It's a kind of easy system. As we play through the game, I will encourage you guys and kind of guide you guys on how to spend it, what you should spend it on, and what you could spend it on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. The next thing we're going to talk about in this campaign is death. Which is really cool about Daggerheart is there's 3 ways to basically die. You can blaze a glory, which allows you to have an automatic success on anything. Let's say there is a group of zombies attacking one of you, and you want to kill all of them because you're automatically going to die. I would allow you to be able to hit them all with one single strike, but you will turn into a zombie at the end. And your friends will be forced.
Oh no, I hope I don't fall.
Your friends will be forced to have to kill you. You will automatically die, and you will most likely have to make a new character. That is the Blaze of Glory aspect. Now, there is another option, which is the automatic disjunction of hope. For example, let's say you're literally going to die anytime soon. No one can heal you yet. You're on the verge of death. I will allow you to come back to life. I'll give you at least a hit point or 2, but you will forever lose one of your hope slots. And that can be represented by maybe you lost a finger, maybe you lost an arm. You can represent that in roleplay any way you want, but that is basically a bargain you're making with the GM that I want to come back to life. I will give you my hope slot.
Okay.
So basically, it's making a deal with the devil.
Essentially. Or you can get healed after you fall down. You will, I believe, have to make some saving throws. But if a party member can get to you in time and heal you, you don't have to worry about that.
But what if I want to deal with the fiery man and his golden throne?
You want to what?
You want a what?
I heard something about a golden shower. What?
I heard golden glow. I didn't know what that was.
That's what golden globe. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Also in Daggerheart, you will have starting only 6 hit points. You only have 6 hit points, but you do have armor slots when you eventually equip your armor to your character. You will notice that there is these numbers on the left-hand side next to minor, major, and severe. How you get hit in Daggerheart is your evasion score. Let's say your evasion score is 15. Somebody rolls and they hit for 14. They don't hit you. They don't touch you. You're just too fast. You're just too quick. They can't touch you. Now let's say another person attacks you and it's a 17. Oof. They do hit you. Now they have to roll for damage. And if the damage number is higher than your severe output, you take 3 damage, which is basically half your health. If it's maybe like barely even under your minor damage, you just take a stress. It didn't hurt you. It was like a little scratch. You just take a stress.
Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does the stress come with a stress ball?
Eventually.
I wish. I need one.
And another thing in this game, there is no initiative order.
Oh, cool.
So what we can do, and this is how this is very different than D&D. Let's say, for example, let's say you, Kiba, you're fighting a lot of undead. You will be able to roll again and again and again until you fail that roll. I do cap out that you'll only be able to attack 3 times. So, for example, let's say your first roll, you're able to knock down a zombie, and then you knock down another zombie, then you knock down another zombie. Another person will have to go at least after you before you could again try to run through those 3 actions. Now, let's say you hit a zombie, the first one, but you miss the second one. Your action turn will you're basically already done at that point. You won't be able to hit again until somebody else goes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It allows everyone to kind of group up and attack one character at a time, or maybe able to help each other out in any way that's possible. This is where hope really comes in clutch. Like, say, for example, you know somebody who can really hit enemies all at once, ergo your tank over there, but they missed the first roll just by a little. You're gonna want to probably make sure that they're the ones that are doing all that output damage. That way everyone is safe in the party. Or, let's say maybe you're a person was going to hit you and you try to avoid it, but you just barely missed. Somebody can roll a hope for you and actually save you.
Okay.
Because there's no order, it allows everyone to just kind of attack at will. Maybe you want to be able to all do a group move together, which is a thing you can do. You guys can do combined moves in which
team attack.
Yeah, team attack, where you guys all will roll, or the 2 people who are doing it, who the initiator of the roll, who wants to do a team attack, basically has to roll, and the other person he's rolling with, they basically add theirs together and they do a team attack. Now, you won't be able to do another team attack until the end of a scene, but the person you initiated with, they are free to choose you for another team up attack. You just can't choose them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, and then another thing, a really fun thing about Daggerheart 2 is scenes. Instead of having to wait until you reach a village or sleep or take 8 hours of downtime, in Daggerheart, the end of a scene makes a downtime happen. So let's, for example, let's say you guys just beat a big raid of critters, and you guys want to take a break, and you're like, okay, so our downtime is us just cleaning up the mess, collecting the bounties or collecting the furs, and eating and laughing. That is your downtime. You are now all recharged. You are now healed. Your stresses have been relieved. You don't have to worry about going to a place and sleeping 8 hours. Downtime can be just simple as 4 hours, 2 hours of just relaxing. And the end of the scene is basically that in its sense. So you don't have to wait to having to have a good stopping point. It could literally be anything.
Okay.
Now, if anyone, does anyone have any questions right now before we finish this off? It's okay.
Do not have any questions. I am enjoying this.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I don't have any questions.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna explain to you guys what happened to you guys and why and where are you in the terms of this world right now. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
All right.
Let her in.
You guys are a new, fresh adventuring group. You all have a checkered past with each other. Kiba, you are very fond of Cinder. You have a good relationship, almost like bros and enjoying life together. You guys love getting in trouble, but you do have a sordid past with Vestia. Is it Vastia?
Vastaya.
Vastaya. She definitely holds a grudge against you for almost killing her mother, and that's something you know you'll never be able to get over. It's tragic, but it is what it is. What is it? Oh, Tari, right? That's what the mushroom is. The nickname.
Ataria. Yeah.
Ataria. You are quite fond of your new adventuring party. You love this Amethyst character. They are just so full of energy. And you do feel a strong camaraderie to Cinder. You are aware of his past and you know of his wife. You guys are all familiar with each other. You've all been familiar with each other for around a month and connections have been made. You guys have decided, hey, we are kind of capable, all of us, one another. We should make a party. And as your first quest of this party, there was a royal decree, a royal mission to find this thief who had stolen from the region that you're in. For you guys are in the region of Rojo. Rojo, a kingdom that is ruled by a very greedy king who is expecting a neighboring city's noble woman, Lady Sandra from Amaryllis, to come over and make a pact, make a deal to unite these two nations and be at allegiances. You guys are aware of this because your ears to the social your ears are to the social and political aspects of the city. That's all everyone can talk about. As you guys are looking for the thief, you are set up. There was no thief. In fact, you were just the scapegoat for the royals and nobles to hide the fact that they are trying to assassinate the noble lady. And as scapegoats, you were all thrown in prison, unable to reach out to this lady. But as you guys spend a couple weeks in prison and think about how you guys are going to get out, exactly who's going to get fucked up for throwing all of you guys in there, a surprise guest comes to your gate window. None other than the Lady Sandra, who you guys were framed to kill, as she looks at you guys with pleading eyes, as she tells you, I need your guys' help to get me back to Amaryllis safe. And that is where we'll pick up next week.
All right. Let's get it.
This is going to be fun.
I'm really super excited.
Yes. So next Sunday the session will most definitely be a lot shorter